Hello, and welcome back, once again, to Doomed, not-so-solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. My name is Scott Humphrey. We are continuing Ursula Downs through the return... Nope. Through the... It's not the return to the Forgotten Age. That is a thing, but we're not returning. We're going the first time. We're continuing Ursula Downs through the Forgotten Age, but she is not alone, and this is not a solo Doomed stream, because today I'm joined by our very special guest, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello, Crosshair. I'm so happy to have you with us once again.
Yep, I'll try to not get us killed.
Or, well, look, as long as you're taking down baddies at the same time, I feel like that's not the worst thing in the world.
I should be able to handle that.
Okay, great. Well, what do we have to discuss? I feel like last time on Doomed was quite eventful. It's up on... Oh, of course, if you're watching this on the YouTube archive, I always have to announce it. Check down below. There's going to be a timestamp to when we get into the action if you want to skip some of the preamble, because we are recording this live on Twitch. Thank you very much. Last time on Doomed, I feel like a lot happened. Ursula agreed. Ursula ventured back into the temple of Etzli because she was convinced there was something down there. But somebody ventured out of the forest to help her? Question mark?
Question mark, yeah. Yep. Leo came in looking for his dog, Scruffles.
Yep. I'm so happy for him that he managed to find Scruffles.
Twice, actually.
Twice? Yeah, that's a good point. And between Leo and Scruffles and a couple of other like well-placed gunshots, etc., I feel like Leo managed to handle a lot of serpent creatures and regular snakes too, while we found our way down to the Chamber of Time, tried to pick up the Relic of Ages, and then got absolutely flattened on our way out.
Yep.
Disaster. Power to you, Leo Anderson, for not having just crashed and burned.
No.
No, I mean, honestly. And so, well, actually, Crosshair, if I may ask you, before we venture into this next scenario, talk a little bit about what it is, what we did upgrade-wise, if we want to talk about that. Can I ask you, Crosshair, how are you feeling about your first-ish game of Arkham Horror, the card game?
Oh, it's fun.
Agreed.
Especially with other people.
Yeah, I think I probably said that. Hello, Graspy Loot. I think I probably said this last time too. Oh yes, Graspy Loot. I'm joined today, of course, by the Crosshair.
Hello.
I just like that happening. I'll probably do that every time, honestly. I mean, I've played quite a bit of solo Arkham, as you know, as everybody kind of is aware. Certainly on Doomed, but also... Oh, hi, Ripley. Ripley wants to join the stream. But also, off-stream, I've played through the majority of these campaigns once two-handed or three-handed, so I've played multiple investigators. Playing multiple investigators solo is a good chunk easier, I mean, in the sense that you know if your partner has something that can help you with a test or whatever, you know, it's easier to do. There's an element of chaos when you throw another person into the mix. Isn't that right?
Yeah, especially when you throw me in the mix.
Right, exactly. Not another person, a Crosshair specifically. Well, Crosshair, I think we should get into it because I don't know how long the scenario is, so we should see how it goes.
Probably 4 hours or so.
Oh boy. Oh jeez. It's early there though, right?
Yeah, it's on like 11 p.m.
Perfect.
Quite early.
Actually, you've got the perfect time for playing some Arkham Horror, I have to say.
Yeah.
Today's scenario, the third scenario in the Forgotten Age campaign, is called The Threads of Fate. As always, we're going to start, I think, a little just by sort of looking at the scenario introduction, seeing kind of what's going on, but to just catch people up at the end of last scenario, we managed to make it out of the temple alive. It blew it up, thus invoking a huge amount of the fury of Yig, that's the father of serpents, and we found the Relic of Ages in the rubble. That's the mysterious relic. We don't know what it does. That's where we left off. All right. If you're ready, Crosshair, I'm going to jump in and read this interlude, which happens between scenarios 2 and 3.
555.
Woo! Interlude 2, Expedition's End. Check the campaign log. If the investigators recovered the Relic of Ages, which we did, even though it was in the rubble after the fact. Friday, July 17th, 1925. We finally made it back to Arkham, our expedition a success, in quotation marks. Alejandro is excited to report his findings to the university. How he maintains his starry-eyed idealism after the hell we went through in the jungle is beyond me. His attention is fixated on the strange relic that we discovered in the ruins. I wish we knew a little bit more about the artifact's origins. It unsettles me greatly. This is me, of course, Ursula Downs speaking and writing. I assume Leo Anderson might have different thoughts about about the Relic of Ages.
Somewhat.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be asking you about them, that's for sure. It hums at all times and pulses with an otherworldly energy I can scarcely describe. As we traveled home with the artifact in tow, our nights were plagued by bizarre nightmares, dreams of other worlds and civilizations. Alejandro wants to bring the relic to the Miskatonic Museum to put on display along with the other Etzli artifacts we discovered. My feelings are mixed. At the museum, it will receive proper care, and historians will be able to study it and perhaps even discern its purpose. However, I fear that the relic may be too dangerous for the public. After all, we still have no idea what the damned thing even is. Alejandro would hate it, but perhaps it would be better to keep the relic somewhere safe, where Harlan and I can study it in private. I'll have to decide tonight. After tomorrow, there won't be time to change my mind. So, the lead investigator, that's me, must decide, although I will take input from my co-investigator, Leo. Either it belongs in a museum. Alejandro and the museum staff will be able to study it and learn more about its purpose. Or it's too dangerous to be on display. We should keep it hidden and safe until we know more about it. So we have our choices. Ursula would consult with Leo because he's in it now, whether or not he's choosing to stick with her is, I guess, his own business, but he's definitely in the thick of things.
Yeah, unwilling participant.
An unwilling participant, exactly. Well, so I think I should say Leo probably would have met... hang on, I just have to change my video exposure here just for a brief moment. Leo would have met Alejandro. He did not come into the temple with us.
No.
But he was very excited about all the things we did. Hi, Ripley. We got our Eldritch Cat here. Very good. Thank you, Ripley. You do not, however, know Harlan Ernstone, although Ursula is very convinced that he'll be able to keep it safe.
Yeah. Well, Leo would think that Alejandro, who sent us into the temple and didn't even come in, is just a waste of space.
And while Ursula may not share the exact wording of the sentiment, she certainly shares some of the sentiment. Alejandro came down with us to the ruins of Etzli and did nothing. He stayed at the camp, he didn't come into the temple, he's basically done nothing this whole time, and he's willing to take credit for our discovery. She's getting a bit passionate here.
Yeah.
So instead, it's decided it's too dangerous to be on display. That's the reason she uses with Alejandro anyway. We should keep it hidden and safe until we know more about it. So I'm going to skip to Expedition's End 3. There we go. Sunday, July 19th, 1925. I've decided to keep the relic hidden for now. Alejandro is not happy with my decision, but until we know what the orb is capable of, it's important that it stay somewhere safe. Harlan agrees with me and has offered to take custody of the relic and keep it in his private office. There, we can study the artifact in secret. Alejandro is staying in Arkham for the time being, recording his notes about the expedition and helping the museum put together an exhibit displaying our other, less dangerous discoveries. As for me, I hope to find answers to other mysteries. How have the Etzli people remained undiscovered for so long? Why did they appear to be guarding the jungle, and from what? Who really built the temple ruins we explored? My thoughts are constantly in the jungle. Serpentine figures in the shadows, obsidian arrows embedded in skeletal bodies, malformed voices shrieking in the cavernous depths. Each time I leave Harlan's office, I find myself longing to head back and gaze upon the relic once more. There's a nagging sensation in the back of my mind, as though we had forgotten to do something important. What must I do to rid myself of... The journal entry ends abruptly. Record in your campaign log, the investigators gave custody of the relic to Harlan, and Alejandro is continuing his own research. Oh, hi, Zen. Yes, we're starting early. That's right. We decided to start early to accommodate what is probably going to be a relatively lengthy scenario. But I have Crosshair here.
Hello.
Hello. Once more, we're just in the midst of setting up. There's a lot of preamble here. I should record this in the campaign log. I'm actually just going to record it on my phone real quick, and then I'll transfer this over to the more official campaign log a little later on. So, we've got Harlan has the relic, and Alejandro is continuing his research. Great. All right. And then it's continued. There's even more Crosshair. We're not even at the setup for the next scenario yet. You drop your pen as a loud knocking at the door startles you, and you jump to your feet. It's almost 2:30 in the morning, Crosshair. Who could possibly be at your door at this hour? Your thoughts wander again to the jungle, and you're faced with a vision of serpent creatures attacking you in your own home. Quick question, actually, Crosshair. We're back in Arkham.
Yep.
Ursula's in... Hey! Thanks for the raid, Papa J-Dub. Good to see you. For those of you not following Papa J-Dub, it's John Dubsky. Head on over there. It's some cool stuff. Big fan, and I definitely want to play Phasmophobia with you at some point. Today we are streaming Arkham Horror the card game. This is an episode of Doomed. I have with me today special guest star, The Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, oh boy. Okay, people are excited about Phasmophobia. Hey, thanks for the follow, Morg. Mistress. I have never dipped. Whoa. I have never dipped my toe into the big Phasmo yet, but I look forward to it. I'm going to continue reading because we've got a lot of reading to get through here, but it's going to be great. Okay. Yes, I was asking Crosshair. I was right in the middle of asking, are you staying with Ursula Downs, or do you have your own place in Arkham, do you think?
Probably his own hole somewhere.
His own
Mostly
hole?
Spending time at... Yeah. What you would call an apartment.
Would you, though? I guess actually also you have Scruffles, who is worse for wear, I guess?
Not really.
He's doing fine. Leo and Scruffles
fine.
are just like, that's just another day in the jungle.
Yep.
Hugs back at you, Papa J-Dub. It's great to see you. Thanks for the raid, by the by. Really appreciate it. All right. Okay, so Ursula then is alone in her home at this hour. She finds a weapon and approaches the front door. On the other side is a familiar woman with brown skin, long brown hair, and piercing yellow eyes set in a hard glare. Though her attire has changed, you recognize her instantly as Iktaka, the Etzli warrior you encountered in the rainforest. Wearing a long coat and a bowman hat, she is visibly uncomfortable in her shoes? God, it's Aragwen. Her jaw is set in anger. You are about to raise your weapon in defense when she lets out a heavy sigh and walks slowly over the threshold of your home, closing the door behind her. Whatever you did, you have to reverse it, she intones darkly, or we will all cease to exist. The story continues in Scenario 3, The Threads of Fate. That's us right now. All right, I'm into it, Crosshair. We're getting in there. The Threads of Fate. The night passes with Iktaka resting in your living room. Okay, good thing Leo's not staying with Ursula. It's going to be very busy in that apartment. It's like a dog on top of a woman from Mexico, on top of Leo Anderson. It's just a whole thing. You get no sleep for the remainder of the night, your thoughts drifting between concern and disbelief. Her story is preposterous, but you feel compelled to believe it nonetheless. You've known that the relic from the Etzli ruins has some deeper purpose ever since you first laid eyes on it. When you emerge from your bedroom the next morning, your uninvited guest is sitting at your dining room table, arms crossed tightly across her chest. Oh, and Leo might be there too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, just drinking coffee.
Just having a coffee with Iktaka. I love it. Her piercing eyes trace your every move like a bird watching its prey. No pleasantries are exchanged. Where is the relic now? Iktaka asks impatiently. Where have you brought it? You explain that it's safe. She shakes her head, her knuckles white with frustration. I assure you it is not. If the investigators gave custody of the relic to Harlan, skip to intro 3. That's on the next page. Setting aside your many questions for the time being, you call Harlan's office. Though the sun is barely peeking over the horizon, you've always known him to be an early riser. The operator connects you after a short delay. Harlan's voice is shaky and rough. He cuts you off as soon as you ask about the relic. Don't! He barks. They're listening. They know I'm keeping it here. They have already taken Alejandro. You try to calm him down so you can ask him what he means, but he cuts the conversation short. I have to go. They're here. The line goes dead. Sure enough, Alejandro is not answering his telephone, and none of his other associates have seen him since yesterday. Believe me now? Iktaka asks, rising to her feet and gathering her things. We've wasted enough time. Find the relic and meet me back here tonight. Don't follow me. The lead investigator must decide. Either you're not going anywhere until you tell me what is going on, or have it your way. Now, there are ramifications for either getting information from Iktaka or letting her go. But as she strides towards the door, Ursula is inclined to let her go, but she's definitely going to look to Leo. Does he want to know anything more from this strange lady?
Leo just gives a side eye and keeps sipping his coffee.
Okay, so they're in it alone. They don't necessarily... I think they trust her... Ursula definitely trusts her motives, but not... if she wants to go and do her own thing, then she can go and do her own thing. She's got enough to worry about. So, have it your way. Sip some coffee. Skip to intro 5. We're almost there, folks. Intro 5. Iktaka strings her ornately decorated bow with frightening speed. Oh, damn. And slams your door on the way out. Remember that Iktaka left without you. Check the campaign log. If the investigators gave custody to Harlan, proceed to intro 6. Once Iktaka has left, you consider her words carefully and recall the events that have led to this point. You did not trust Alejandro with the Etzli relic, and you let Iktaka leave without questioning her. Are you just being paranoid? The investigators must decide. Choose one. We should be wary of them. Or maybe I should listen to them after all. We should be wary of them, tells us Crosshair. I don't know if you're having a look at this at the same time or not.
Yeah.
We should be wary of them removes certain tokens from the Chaos Bag and replaces them with a Elder Thing token. And we would be forging our own path. And this is cool, I've actually never seen this. For the remainder of the campaign, each investigator can't include Alejandro or Iktaka. Anytime you would be given the option to, everyone gets 2 experience.
Huh.
I mean...
Well, I do like experience.
Me too. We are experience-hungry monsters over here. I feel like you're going to need more boom booms, shall we say.
Yep.
All
Money
right.
and XP.
So I'm going to write this down. We are forging our own path. So I'm going to just quickly our own path. There's a bit more setup to do because there's some special stuff going on in this scenario. Crosshair, you're being very patient. Thank you. But I'm going to remove Cultist and... Oh, hello, Plague Lord. I'm going to remove Cultist and... Oh, sorry. Hello, Plague Lord. Welcome to Doomed. Not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game. Today I'm joined by a special guest star, the Crosshair.
Hello.
We've got a thing going. It's great. Okay, so I have to quickly remove the Cultist token from the bag and replace it, with an Elder Thing. Da-na-na. The Elder Thing is usually less good, TBH. So that's not so good. But anytime we would be given the choice of taking Alejandro or Iktaka, we get 2 experience. I feel like that's going to be really good.
Oh, really bad.
Or really bad. It's true, actually. That might actually... You know what? That's... Every time we get the choice, it also gives us a horrible penalty. Okay, so the setup is actually done for us, which is great. I no longer have the Relic of Ages because I gave it to Harlan. However, this scenario, the Threads of Fate, features... the Relic of Ages. There it is. It's gone for now. This scenario is special in the sense that there are not just one act and one agenda, the agenda being the bad stuff, the act being the good stuff. There are 3 acts to follow. These are the Threads of Fate. These are the acts that we can choose to follow. Each of these acts is constructed separately. All 3 of them are in play, and we can choose which one to pursue and which one to ignore. We can do that separately or together. All of them are active at all times, which is kind of fun. However, I have to adjust the contents of them, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to read this aloud as I do. Check the campaign log. If Alejandro, blah, blah, blah. No, he did not. If I'm removing the following cards from the A-B deck. God, this is going to be annoying. Whoop, that's the EF deck. Okay, this is being removed. I have to actually remember how this is going. Okay. It's going to take some time. So we're removing the Relic is missing, both copies of At the Exhibit. That makes sense because we're not at the exhibit. And 1 of 2 copies of Harlan's Curse. I'm going to remove that one. Okay. I'm just going to stash these up there. It's pretty funny. The Elder Thing, which is not to be confused with the Elder Thang, which is how you describe a grandma at a rave. Hey, look, I'm sure there are plenty of senior citizens who are awesome at raves.
Or the Elder Thong.
Oh, which is also something that Grandma's got going on at the rave, but I'd rather not discuss that. Hey, it's Jan. What's up, Jan? Welcome to Doomed.
Hello.
Oh, thank you, Crosshair. Nailed it. We got Crosshair here. Crosshair, there's actually a discussion. I didn't realize. The investigators must choose one of the following options and adjust the contents of the C deck accordingly. If you wish to go to the police, or if you wish to look for Alejandro on your own.
Well, we did come from Nancy Drew just now, and you know how we feel about the police.
It's true. It's very true. Nancy only goes to the police when she goes to the police all the time, actually, but like, she'd rather do it on her own, right? I mean, that's how I feel, certainly. Yeah. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So I'm going to remove some cards from the CD deck. Whoa. And okay. Missing persons, both copies of At the Station, and 1 of the 2 copies of Friends in High Places at random. That one's going to go. So those are all going up here as well. And then finally, if you listen to Iktaka, if Iktaka left without you, remove a few cards from the deck. So this is kind of fun because it like allows the game, it gives the game a lot of replayability, right? Which is kind of cool. Let's also just quickly adjust the old lookaroo here. There we go. What am I removing? Guardian's Inquiry. Both copies of Strange Relics and 1 copy of The Cave of Darkness. There we go. Okay, Crosshair, we're finally ready. Whoo, setup is done. Finally. Jeez, yeah. I thought it was done in advance.
All this setup and then we died 2 turns.
Yeah, that's, you know what, honestly, with our luck, like, okay, I'm going to read the agenda and I'm going to read the acts so that we know kind of what we're looking at as we draw our opening hands. I'll remind people that Ursula is in a bad way. She took some injuries. She took a whole lot of mental trauma on her journey so far, and she's also still poisoned from the jungle. Leo, on the other hand, is, I believe, doing okay. Yep.
All good.
He's fine. Okay. All right. Let's read our agenda and our act. Agenda 1A, 3 Fates. You have 3 tasks before you and a limited amount of time before the trail goes cold. Where do you search first? Action, resign. You don't want to risk taking too long, so you head to safety with the information you've gathered. Rules-wise, this means that because this agenda is always in play, you can always spend an action to resign. It doesn't resign the whole team, just you. So if I choose to do so, Crosshair is still in play, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Act 1A, Harlan is in danger. Harlan has custody of the relic, but he believes he's being followed. The last time you heard from him was in his office at the university. Objective, we go to the university and spend 2 clues per investigator to advance that act. Ideally, I think we want to try to solve at least one of these mysteries, but we'll have to see, right? Act 1C, the search for Alejandro. You've decided to search for Alejandro on your own, believing you'll have a better shot at finding him without involving the police. His hotel is in East Town. Only investigators in East Town can spend 1 clue per, so that's 2 clues, as a group to advance. Actually, yes, let's have a look on the map, shall we? East Town is here, right, to the east, makes sense. We're probably starting in Rivertown, I imagine. I'll check. And then the university is here on the left. Yeah, I believe we start at... Yeah, the central location is Rivertown, yeah. And then Act 1E, Trial of the Huntress. Iktaka told you not to follow her, though you can't help but wonder what she's up to. You decide to pursue her as she heads down towards the riverside. And again, in Rivertown, we can spend 4 clues total to advance. Wow. Okay, so find Harlan, who had the Relic of Ages. Find Alejandro, because something happened to him. Or follow Iktaka to do something. Those are sort of the 3 options we have.
So all 3?
So all 3, done. That's a lot of clues, but, hopefully we can, if we collect enough, we'll be able to make one decision and then see if we pursue it, and that sort of thing. Welcome to Town. We got East Town, Rivertown, Downtown, and a spooky university. Plague Lord is correct. I want to also point out, Plague Lord, you're absolutely right in terms of the resign or run away option. Arkham is very unique, I think, in terms of games like this. You own the game. I mean, I don't own this game, but it's your game to choose to follow as you want. If you want to start the scenario and then go, no, I'm good, and just resign, you can do that and just proceed to the next scenario. You might take some penalties for not having done anything, but yeah. Okay, Crosshair. The stage is set. The actors are prepared. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's get tombed.
Let's get tombed. Let's draw our opening hand. I get to draw 6 in my opening hand. And then a full, you can mulligan whatever you want. Is there ever a campaign that uses all/most of the map? Plague Lord, great question. Every scenario is unique. Some scenarios have up to 20 locations, which is wild. This scenario has 7 locations for now, potentially more. And we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, I don't honestly, Crosshair, I don't like most of my hand. I'm putting a lot of it back. Oh, this is worse.
Well, it's good that I have a good hand.
Phew. All right.
I think.
I will reveal the location we're on. This is Rivertown. The banks of the Miskatonic River are lined with docks, warehouses, and small shops in a district aptly named Rivertown. Flip! 1 shroud and 2 clues. There's something unsettling about the water of the Miskatonic River tonight. It ripples and bubbles as though something is moving beneath the surface. Okay. We're ready to start. Crosshair, do you have any desire to go first or second, or what's Leo up to here?
Well, Leo knows how Arkham is, so Leo's just preparing mostly, so you do you.
All right. And then I'm going to get us started.
Lead investigator.
Hey, that's me. I'm the lead investigator. Ursula's first port of call... Well, actually, I guess we should maybe discuss this. I can't imagine I'll be able to play the physical table. Yeah, well, Plague Lord, it's a card game, so you can, it's purchasable. And I big points to Arkham Horror, the card game. Big fan. I feel like, I mean, obviously, let's pursue them all, but I feel like Ursula would want to go for the relic. Act 1A. However, so that means going to the Miskatonic University with some clues. She doesn't have any clues right now, but her first port of call is her friend, Jake Williams. Now, Jake did not come to the jungle with her. I think he was there, but we never met him. Jake Williams is a wayfarer. He's been on, if Ursula is the Indiana Jones, Jake Williams is the Lego Indiana Jones. He's been on many an adventure as well. So she calls him up. He's already staying over in Arkham, and she's like, well, I know this guy Leo, but we can use all the hands we can get. Arkham's a big city. We got to cover a lot of ground, see? He's an ally that allows me to draw cards when I reveal locations, which seems pretty good because I want to be moving around as much as I can. So that's the first action. And then the second action, I'm just going to go. See ya. Ursula is going to... Bye. Ursula's going to move to the Miskatonic University. Ripped shirt companion dude. Sweet. Miskatonic University is one of the most prestigious colleges in the Northeast. Whoop. Whoa! This is 4 shroud and 2 clues. There's an action here that says search the top 6 cards of your deck for a tome or spell and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Hello, John Verrill. Welcome to Doomed.
Hello.
Because I revealed a new location, I get to draw a card from Jakey Wakey here. He's coming along with Ursula. Oh, god damn it. He's coming along with Ursula. She knows she needs to pursue this thread and find the Relic of Ages as soon as possible. Hopefully Alejandro and Iktaka can handle themselves, or maybe they'll be able to catch up later. Venturing into the university, she's going to try to scoop a few of these clues all at once. Ursula's asking around at the university campus. She's going to go visit Harlan's office and finds it empty, I believe. So I'm going to investigate, which I can do freely with my reaction ability. I have 4 intellect, 5 with deduction, 6 with another deduction, 7 with an I've got a plan, and I'm going to test that. Crosshair, wish me luck.
Luck.
Yeah, chaos! Oh my...
You don't want my luck.
Oh! I can't use the machete in the city. Hi, Real Brick Wall. We're not playing that. Oh my god. Okay, so let's talk about what happened there. Hi, Real Brick Wall. Welcome. I don't mind saying the H Lord's name today. I mean, clearly I do if I didn't want to before. So I drew the tentacle, which is an automatic fail. I put a lot of resources into that test, and everything is being blocked at every turn. Ursula's just like, fine, you know what? Like, fine, you don't want me to have any of this? Fine. She reaches into her bag and she pulls out her scribbled... no, I'm not going to play that. She's just going to investigate again freely. Just like say, fuck it. Hey! Okay, that's an elder sign. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. I'm just going to get 1 clue. I put so many resources into that deduction. But just the dots aren't connecting. Nothing's working. She's able to get some half-hearted information out of one guy, but just it's a dead end here at the campus. Over to you, Leo.
Well, Leo just watches again as Ursula runs off into the streets and just notices a Pete Cup at the corner like, hey, you better come with me. We might be in trouble here.
Oh, okay. That lady might need some help.
Then Leo looks at his wallet and stuff and like, I don't really have enough resources to go running around town, so I'm just gonna grab one of those.
Yep.
And as he gets his bearings and notices that, nope, I'm still broke, I have nothing, but I do have my machete.
Oh, excellent.
And then, as usual, Leo just also pulls out his trusted decorative skull.
Ooh. What does it do? I wonder.
I disconnected. Just a moment.
Oh. Alrighty. We're going to see Crosshair back here in just a moment. I hope it... Oh. I sure hope it's not something on Steam's end in general, but I suppose we'll find out. In the meantime, I'm just going to say, I really enjoy the storytelling of this game. Sometimes doing it on my own, I kind of run out of ideas, but having a partner here where we can do that is a blast. Plague Lord, to answer your question more specifically, the stories of H.P. Lovecraft and associates are kind of, I believe, sort of written and set in and around the 1920s. I think they were written a bit later. This is set in 1925 specifically. Oh, actually, shoot, I should save this just in case. You're all going to watch me save. We're going to call this Twoomed save. I'll know what that means. Just in case, folks. So I've got my server here, and we're going to see if Crosshair is able to reconnect in just a moment. In the meantime, yeah, I'll just say again, like, I really enjoy the fact that you can have kind of like duo storytelling kind of happening at the same time, right? Like, he's got his own situation, I've got my own situation, and sometimes the cards just fall really well. Oh, hello.
Yeah, I'm just sighing because it can't find the server.
Interesting. I wonder if that's on me then in terms of the server itself. I hope not. Oh, here, maybe I can try to... I'm going to try to invite you. Oh, maybe I won't. If you would like, Crosshair, oh no, because that would just invite you to the game, not to the actual... Yeah, it would just invite you to the game and not the server. Let me know if it's a... I mean, yeah, you keep me posted, Crosshair. We can BRB and figure it out in a moment here. Plague Lord is presumably correct. I actually, for someone who kind of enjoys this style of, like, horror, I am not, like... I actually haven't read that much of it. In terms of reading, I've read the collected works of Edgar Allan Poe, but he's, of course, much older in terms of, like, timeline, but I feel like the feel of his work is very similar to this, which I love. And also, this campaign, The Forgotten Age, is a lot pulpier. It's like a jungle adventure. It's like a sci-fi thing, almost, you know? But this is really cool. I don't think I knew that about Miskatonic University. How do I wonder if I can, like... Whoop.
Do you want to try and restart the server?
Yes, I do. Folks, I'm just going to go to a quick little BRB screen, and we will BRB in just a moment. Whoop. Whoop. Wrong one. Hello and welcome back once again to Doomed, not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror the card game, tonight featuring special guest, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks everybody for bearing with us during the technicals. Nothing's perfect. We just finished our first turn. I feel like hey, Plague Lord. I feel like Leo had a pretty good situation going there. Beat cop recruited, machete, decorated skull.
Yeah.
Just need something to
getting ready.
Just getting ready, exactly. So we move into the enemy phase, but there are no enemies. So we skip straight to Upkeep, where we ready all of our unreadied cards, take our actions back, draw a card, and gain a resource. Nice. Oh, something.
I can't get a resource.
Oh no. What? Oh? What's happening?
My resource button doesn't work.
That's odd. Very odd. Yeah, but this one does. Oh, I gave you one.
Yeah, it shows 1 over a 0, but...
Oh, over is... Oh, that's so weird. Can you, like... Whoop. No, you can't right-click on it either. Oh, that's so strange, Crosshair. I'm sorry. Does that look terrible if I put a 1 there for you?
Let's do it. Like
yeah, you can do the old manual. Whoa. Sorry, there you go.
Yeah.
Perfecto.
Take 1.
Take 1. All right, now of course.
That'll do. That'll do.
That'll do. So as Leo's preparing in Rivertown, and Ursula's already dashed off to the university to try to hunt down our good friend Harlan Ernstone, we put 1 Doom out of 6 on the agenda, and we each draw an encounter card. The fun part. Words of Power. Oh, so there's strange chanting even coming from there's like runes scrawled on Harlan's door. Ursula's examining them, but she doesn't want to touch them. If there are 1 or more enemies at your location with Doom on them, you cannot damage the enemies or discover clues. 2 actions to discard Words of Power. Okay. Not, the worst. I might honestly keep that around for a while.
Yeah, for now.
For now?
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I don't see a little like marker popping up over your hand there.
The card didn't show.
Oh, there we go.
Well, there we go.
No idea what's going on with that. Oh.
Well, while Leo and the beat cop are hanging around, he just notices a locked door.
What's behind there?
It's just a locked door, nothing special to notice, but attached to the location with the most clues and without a locked door attached.
Damn it. The most clues is definitely where I am, yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
And
Test.
the fun part is...
Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
You have to break down the door or pick the locks, and you can't investigate the location before that leaves.
That's really annoying. Okay. So despite these runes there, obviously Ursula is starting to run into more... Well, these are the problems she ran into last time, right? She was trying to like deduce maybe where he's gone, sort of figure out what happened, and is now starting to run into those problems. The runes, the doors locked. Someone is trying to keep them out. Let's move back into the investigation phase. Leo, thoughts, feelings?
I guess I could come and break down the door.
Only if you want to. I think I can do my best to try to pick the locks. Also, I might just leave this place and try to get some low-hanging fruit somewhere else. Ursula's like, fine. Maybe he doesn't want to be found. And just like, might dash off.
Leo doesn't really have any plans, so to speak. So he's just gonna hang around Rivertown and try and see what's what.
Yeah,
Maybe
get some
there's
info.
something there. Yeah, with the Pete Cup in tow.
You seen anything funny around here? Have you seen anything funny? They're giving the shakedown to witnesses.
So, I'm just gonna run like 1-on-3
Yeah,
clue finding.
sounds like a good plan.
Here we go.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh. It's really...
Just a moment, I'm gonna try and reconnect.
All right, sounds good. It's... Oh my god, this is like... Look, the mod is wonderful. Let's actually just save. I'm just gonna save again really quick, just in case. Don't pay no attention to the mods behind the curtain. Jan asked ages ago whether there's a Killer Bunnies available for TTS. I don't know, but I hope there is, because that sounds like a party. Oh my goodness. Yeah, hashtag save. Yeah. Hi, John. How are you? What's going on? Very excited about all this.
Loading complete.
Boop.
Color changed to orange. Are you working now? No.
That's so weird. I wonder why it would like... I'm trying to think if I've like... I mean, I certainly didn't take any permissions away from you, so... You should be able to do everything.
Should be fine. Well,
hey! We'll take that, that's for sure.
That's one.
Hmm? Yeah.
And he's just gonna keep looking.
All right.
Shaking down people. +1.
Maybe I do want your luck.
Yeah. Well, Leo notices that, well, there's nothing more to find out in Rivertown, so might as well go find out what Ursula's been up to, and maybe she needs help. Hello.
Oh, hello. Who's your friend?
Oh, that's Joe.
Joe, eh?
He's
It's good to have you along.
just one of those cops of the town, one of the good ones.
Joe, meet Jake. Leo, meet Jake. This is Jake Williams. He's, even though it's the heat, like the you know, even though it's the heat of summer, he's still kind of decked out in his jungle exploring stuff, his khakis. His shirt is like kind of all torn up. He thinks he looks really cool.
Yeah, Leo looks at the beat cop and then back at the two explorers in the middle of the town and like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Cute.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it'd be great to clear this location, but I am not feeling great. You know what? We have a bit of time. We're gonna try. So, Ursula's feeling a renewed sense of confidence because of Leo's arrival with Joe, who she thinks is a little cute. So first action, she's going to try to pick the locks on this door. I'm going in 6-4 with her dexterity. And I swear to goodness okay, that's it. I'm just going to pick the locks. Okay. Woo! So many locks were picked. Excellent. After this test ends, you may move to a connecting location. Free move, free investigate? Sorry, Leo. I'll probably come back. I just want to see what's over here. Oh, I don't get the clue though, unfortunately, because I was just picking the lock on the door. Isn't that sad?
Oh, true.
Jake Williams runs back with like some news from Northside. This is all part of my first action because of the Elder Sign, which is great. So she's going to zip off to the commercial district to follow a clue there. Wow. Okay. In Northside, nothing gets people talking faster than a bit of dough. You can get 2 clues from the token pool. So 2 clues if you spend 5 resources. It's a 3-shroud, 2-clue location, or 4-clue location. I get a free investigate here as well, which I am definitely going to take. gonna toss in this Eureka. So Jake has a contact in Northside, and he was like, "Oh, this guy knows something about Harlan Ernstone." So I'm going to do that, but I did not succeed. So unfortunately, the guy mistook Harlan Ernstone for the baker down the street, Harlan Breadstone, and unfortunately, they have no further information, which is too bad. Now, do I come back and try to clear Miskatonic? I think I'll have a better chance here at Northside, so I'm going to Easttown, Rivertown, and Miskatonic. Until I get better cards, I'm just going to try to get clues here. So second action, we're going to continue to investigate here at Northside. Wow, Crosshair, I don't know what's wrong with my luck today. This is a disaster.
Either -5 or Elder Sign.
Yeah, pretty much is what's happening. Last action, let's do it. Thank you very much. That's 0. I'll take a clue. So she finally managed to strangle something out of somebody, but there's just not a heck of a lot of information floating around. It's almost as if Harlan and Alejandro and Iktaka have vanished off the face of the planet. And we do have enough clues now to advance an act if we're in the right place, but we'll figure it out. Okay, back to Upkeep. We ready our cards, and these words of power are still active, which is hopefully not going to be a big issue. I'll take that. I will take that. That's good.
And I'll just put my resource state to 2.
All right. Perfecto. And we'll go back to the Mythos phase, where we move to 2 out of 6 Doom, and we draw our encounter cards. Things are happening here in Arkham, but the conspiracy is still very unclear. The secret must be kept. Ooh, sorry, Crosshair. This is a peril card, so I can't show you.
Yep.
Peril. It just means I can't talk about it, and I can't get help. Okay. Nothing happened. A mysterious stranger begging for change on the corner looks deep into Ursula's soul, and she realizes something truly mysterious is happening, but she's not quite sure what. That was me.
All
sir.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Leo looks as Ursula again runs down the street,
Just running
like
away.
avoiding him.
Sorry. Yeah, sometimes the encounters just don't want to come to you.
Yeah. Can you try? Thank you.
You're welcome. Doesn't make any sense.
And just as Leo is looking at where Ursula ran off, this hooded guy just walks towards him like, "Doom is coming."
Ugh. Doom?
All right. Yep. After Acolyte enters place 1 Doom. Which I can't take.
This is a disaster. It also says, if I recall correctly, yeah, he spawns at any empty location. So that's up to you, but it can't be where we are, basically.
So here?
Oh no, sorry. Like he spawn.
Yeah.
Sorry. So out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh my god. Yeah. I know what Leo's up to.
And then Leo just looks as the creepy dude just walks off into Rivertown. Alrighty then.
Alright, that's a bit odd. Okay, well we're back to the investigation phase. Okay, so words of power will affect me if I go there. Do you have a plan, my friend?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go cultist hunting. Should I go first or?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, let's do it. So Leo just looks at this cultist and just, nope, can't let that roam around. And follows it to River Town.
Da-na.
He just, without even a word, just grabs his machete and brings it down on this guy's head.
Oh my god! You're just like hunting doomsday cultists. Oh my god, it's horrible.
Yeah. And the beat cop just looks the other way.
No. This is all you, buddy.
So that's 5 on 3.
Hang on though. One from the machete and one from the beat cop. Right?
Oh, right.
Ah!
So 6 on 3, so -3. And the acolyte is dead.
Dead forever.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh.
Bye-bye.
Incredible. So,
And
oh yeah, please, yeah.
Leo just looks around, wipes his blade, and adds a little token on his decorated skull.
A token? Oh god, like is it like a notch in your bedpost kind of thing?
Yeah, just scratches a little thing on the decorated skull.
Ugh. One more down.
And you can...
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then he's just gonna look at his robes and gather any stuff that he might have. So gathers one resource.
Mm-hmm. Perfecto.
And that's that.
Mm-hmm. Bedknobs and broomsticks. Well, Plague Lord, it's very possible. Now, Ursula is still having... she's having trouble, I guess is what I'm saying. She's having trouble figuring out where to go next. We need 4 clues to investigate Harlan, 4 clues to investigate Iktaka, only 2 to go on the hunt for Alejandro. I'm wondering if that means... Oh, but we also have to be at the correct kind of location, obviously. Maybe if she can gather enough information, she'll be able to go and seek out Harlan Earnstone herself. That's a possibility, I think.
That's true.
And then we can kind of maybe... she's hoping we can divide and conquer. Obviously, Leo's got other plans. Which is... Well, it is okay. She's going to... Where do I want to hunt here? I want to hunt in Northside because I don't trust myself anywhere else. Ursula is going to use Jake to... they're going to venture into a few shops. They've managed to find some information. They're going to check the train times, see if Harlan could have left town even. This is an investigation attempt. I'm 6 on 3. That's a success, so I'll get a clue. And I'll draw a card from Perception, which is real nice. The eagle-eyed Ursula notices that no trains leaving Arkham... Oh, hello, Gunnar.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Doomed. I've got Crosshair here, and we're playing Arkham Horror, the card game. Ursula notices that no trains have left today who had anyone matching Harlan Earnstone's description, so at least there's that. I want to get another clue if I can. Yeah. So second action, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna try 4v3, and we're gonna try to get another clue. Ooh, I don't know what that is. What is that? It's the Elder thing. -2. If you fail, lose one of your clues. So it just goes in the bin. That's really sad.
But it was -2.
Yeah. I only have...
Oh, right.
I know. Isn't that sad? I need more investigation. Okay, so that's obviously that Elder thing is awful. The leads she has, she can feel them slipping away through her fingers, and even though there's no reason to believe that anything is like Even though there's no reason to believe anything is actually wrong, she has to kind of start somewhere. What can I do here? What could I do? I could keep drawing cards, I guess, see if I can find more information. Yeah, last action I'm going to move so that I draw a card from Jake, and she's like, this is terrible. Crosshair, I promise I'm going to get better at investigating. But she's going to dash off to... Ooh, what's the Curiosity Shop? Owned by Oliver Thomas, the self-styled Curiosity Shop in Northside is an unusual store. On display in the front window is a collection of odd trinkets, a brass coal scuttle, a perambulator, an antique globe, and a model sailing ship. I'm going to head up to the Curiosity Shop. Flip that over. It's a 2-shroud, 4-clue location. While you are in the Curiosity Shop, reduce the cost of each relic asset you play by 2. That's great. I get a card from Jake and a free investigate from Moving, which I will take to investigate 4 on 2. She's going to very politely ask the gentleman if they've seen anything lately of, I'm an archaeologist, you see. I have an interest in Mesoamerican culture. That's a skull. Skull is minus X, highest number of doom, which is 0. So I get the clue, and I will take the clue. And I will move us into the Upkeep Phase, because you helpfully eliminated all the enemies.
That's my job.
Hello, Ranty! Ranty, welcome to Doomed, playing through the Threads of Fate in Arkham Horror, the card game, with special guest, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Perfect. And with Upkeep Upkeep managed, we're gonna move... please take your time.
I still can't see that number because the 0 is there, but... it'll work.
Yeah, it says 4 all of a sudden.
Yeah, but I have a 0 over that 4, so it's hard to read.
God, that's so annoying. I'm really sorry.
But I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Cool. Okay. Well, then we move back to the Mythos phase. There's really a lot to this game. Lurkin trying to take it all in. Morg, I totally agree with you. If this were but if you have any questions in particular that are like other than like what's going on, don't hesitate to ask. I'm happy to explain what I can, but it's an LCG, so there's definitely some complications, and we're right in the middle of the scenario. So, but do let me know if you have specific questions. Ranty is correct. TTS is cool. I love this mod, although it's been discontinued. And I think, what do I want to say about that? I just think that it can be a little finicky. Let's put it that way. All right. Ursula way up here, all alone in the Curiosity Shop. Leo way down there in Rivertown. Let's draw some... sure, Jan. You ask your questions as we draw our encounter cards. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, boy! Yeah. Okay. Yep. Jan asks, what is the proper way to pronounce redacted? Well, Jan, that's a great question. I try to lean into the H, so it sounds like this. Redacted. Thank you. A horrible screeching sound comes out of the night, and then just continues over the Curiosity Shop. Ursula's like, what the hell was that?
And straight from the Curiosity Shop, through Northside, through the Miskatonic University, and straight into Rivertown, a haunting nightgown just charges towards Leo.
Yikes.
I think he heard about my prowess in fighting. It is a hunter.
He sure is, but he's not hunting right now. He's got you. Leo also has to now draw another encounter card, which is like so tragic. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I really hope it's something you can handle, my friend. But I love that you can handle this here. What's this?
This is a mystery.
Ooh.
Treachery. Actually, now that I read that, you can handle that one.
Okay. Whoop. So I'll take it. Nice. Take your money and go. Looks a bit like Cultist Simulator. Oh yeah, Ranty. Well, we're playing. Sorry, Ranty. To explain briefly, we're playing Arkham Horror the LCG, and there are an awful lot of cultists in this scenario. So yes. Nobody's home attaches to my location. I love Crosshair, you crazy son of a gun. Instead of like us drawing the encounter cards and being like, oh, damn, I've got this, you've got that. Instead, you took the enemy and I took the investigation thing. Which is hilarious to me. Nobody's
Because
home.
That thing
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
would have had surge.
Ah, so you might have gotten something even worse too. Ooh, thanks, Ranty. I'll take a look at that. Nobody's home requires me to spend additional actions to investigate this location, which sucks, but it's going to be bad anywhere. May as well put it on this location for now, and I'll probably just do a fun little thing where I zip back and forth between these locations and just investigate back and forth, and I'll leave nobody's home until we can clear all the clues, which is pretty fun. Okay, well, we're back into the investigation phase. I'm happy to play through my turn because I think it'll be quick, or unless you want to, Crosshair.
You go.
Done. So, Ursula buys, wildly enough, Ursula is actually poking around. Nobody's in the back of the office, so there's just like a clerk standing at the front who's like doesn't know anything about the curiosity shop, but they do have an amulet that Ursula's seen before, the Disc of Itzamna. Now, it's a little crazy because it's actually from her past. This is ages ago, but she purchases it from the curiosity shop. Second and third, I'm going to play Pathfinder and Fieldwork. Oh, hi, Max. And I'm going to go to 0 resources. But then I get a free move action. I'm going to freely move and field work into my next space, so I'm just going to be able to go back and forth here. Again, Ursula's like investigatory senses are tingling. Like if she can't find something immediately when she gets somewhere, she's like off to another place. Her whole investigation style is just like surprise people with information. So I get a free move and a free investigate at +2 because of my field work, and I'm just going to take that real fast. Here we go. 6v3, sorry. Elder sign.
And of course.
Oh, what? Oh, sorry. I thought you were.
No.
Okay, I thought you were referring to something else, which is good. I will therefore grab a clue from this location. Hooray! Ooh, and now I have enough for things. I'll pass the turn back to you, sir.
Thank you. Well, Leo just looks at this hunting night gaunt and thinks to himself, well, this is nothing compared to the one in the temple, and just flips his machete in his hand and goes at it.
Yeah. So just so people are clear, this is a beast with no face and wings and a tail. Just so people are clear what Leo is tangling with here, it is truly a monstrosity.
Yeah. But he's just gonna hit it.
Good thing I brought this machete along. Oh.
What's that? -2. That's enough.
It sure is. And the machete does 2 damage, which is fantastic.
Yeah. So Leo just hacks off one of its wings and looks at the blood like, ugh, black. Just like I like my coffee. And just brings his machete around again towards the creature's neck
Come on.
and chops its head off.
Oh, just full on decapitation station. Whew.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Like I've said, I've seen bigger. That goes. Yeah. And then Leo just looks at his decorated skull and starts to shine it. And feels like he remembers some old stuff that he was doing and just one charge. Spends one charge from that skull and draws a card.
For those keeping track at home here, the decorated skull gains charges once people or allies or enemies are defeated, but then you can spend those charges to draw a card and gain a resource, which is normally 2 actions, 1 each. So it's pretty good. We like that.
Yep.
Excellent. Decapitation station. Well,
that's just Leo's turn. Another killing.
Just murdering a horrible beast. I assume Joe, the beat cop, is just like, should we tell someone about this, or,
No. Keep with me, Junior.
Leo has no police background at all. He's just like, no, you don't want to go there. Trust me. Incredible. Okay. What do I want to say here? Yes, we're moving to Upkeep because, again, there are no enemies, which is fabu. We'll ready the cards that we need readying, and we draw a card and gain a resource. Okie dokie. Good to know. Good to have.
Yep.
And then we're moving into the Mythos phase. Once again, Ursula's actually feeling like she's getting somewhere now that she's got her, Pathfinder and her field work. She's got her head screwed back on, so to speak. She was trying to do the city girl thing, and she's like, no, I'm a wilds explorer. I have to bring those skills. Leo, it would seem, is there's just gouts of blood everywhere as he deals with the horrors that are coming towards him.
Horrors. I've seen it all.
Yep. Oh. If there are no cultist enemies in play, take a horror and it gains surge. Well, shoot. Okay. Shadowed. Ursula feels like someone muttering under their breath was following her, but no, that was just another homeless guy, right? But it gains surge, so I'm going to draw another card from the encounter deck because that's annoying. Oh, mysterious chanting. So, in fact, perhaps the muttering guy behind her was not just muttering obscenities, but rather invocations. If there are no cultist enemies in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a cultist and draw it. I'm going to do
can
that.
you choose?
I am going to choose. I am going to choose that. I'm just seeing if there's any good cultists in the deck. Is this one good? No, it is not. Crosshair, I'm what the heck? What's going on over here? Cats. Hey, wait. Oh my god. Okay. Hang on, Crosshair. We got a cat situation. Ripley.
Yep.
Stop that. Oh. Ripley was excited. Okay. Wait. Bye-bye. All right. I am going to pull this acolyte back out of the... Whoa, cats. Jeez Louise. I'm going to pull this acolyte back out of the deck, and I'm going to stick him right there, buddy. He has to go to a empty location. And there's a doom that enters... when he enters play, there's a doom on him, so I'm putting him in an empty location, which is right there.
Oh.
Are
you sure about that?
No, I'm not.
Because that means we're gonna go to 6 doom
Ooh.
next turn.
Yes. I guess I'm hoping that you might be able to deal with it.
Yeah, I thought so.
If you would prefer, I can stick them here, but I don't know if that's better.
Well, you get a bonus from like getting new locations, right?
Yes, I do.
So put it to the Miskatonic University, and I can handle it
Cool.
before you get there.
Good idea. And then either I'll duck into the Miskatonic and start. We got to start advancing some of these acts. That's for sure. We need a lot of clues to do that, but we're gonna get there. Okay, I'm putting him at the university, and you can come over and clear it out, and we can spend clues and get into it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that was my encounter card.
Yeah. I'll try if I can draw. Nope.
Cultists at the Miskatonic University. What is it? Tuesday? Very good, Plague Lord. Oh, what is that?
Conspiracy of blood.
Oh my god. Of
Leo.
blood?
Oh shit. Shit.
Well, plus side. Yeah, no, go for it.
Yeah, there's a... Leo just notices that... I think there's a conspiracy going on in this little hamlet. There's cultists and beasts coming out of the woodwork, so the cultists must have something to do with all of this. And then the fun part. Attached conspiracy of blood to the current agenda. Attached agenda gets -1 doom threshold.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that we're a 5 out of 5 doom.
It does. Now, I will say, the only unless the card in question specifically says differently, and this is good news for us, you only check the doom threshold right before you draw your encounter cards. So we've already checked. So we're at our limit, but we don't advance the agenda yet.
No, just at the end of...
Oh, good point.
This turn. Yeah.
Oh, so at the end... No, you're right, actually. Next turn it's going to go anyway, unless we deal with it. But I am not going to pass a willpower 4 test, and I don't want to place more doom on the dude. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh, well. Yep, that's it. Conspiracy of blood. Investigation phase. We're back to it. Scotch ratio.
Leo just hears the familiar mumbling of a cultist coming from the Miskatonic University, and I thought I handled you already. Runs over there. Yep, it's the same fucking guy.
Is it the same guy, or does it look like is it the same person that you've already brought the machete down onto?
Well, for Leo, it doesn't matter. He looks the same. Might as well be the same.
Might as well be the same person. Yikes. Okay.
Yeah. So he just runs over with his trusted machete and bonks the guy on the head with it.
Chop chop. Bonks just like the pommel of it.
Yeah. Not even using the blade.
Oh my god, so rude. Kills him immediately.
Yep.
Hey.
It is another dead one.
Perfecto.
And Leo just adds a little notch on that decorated skull again.
Incredible. Yeah, that machete is doing work, I gotta tell you.
Yep. I don't have any tomes or spells, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No. So... Leo... Oh, damn. I misplayed that, but oh well.
Okay. Everything all right? Do we need to...
No need.
All right.
Leo just looks at the beat cup and it's gonna be one of those days, eh?
Hmm?
And while holding his machete, also pulls out his survival knife.
Sorry. Look at this! This guy's dual wielding blades like a badass. Oh my god. Incredible.
And that's that.
Okay.
Two-handing knives and hanging out at the university with the cup.
It's incredible. Ursula doesn't realize that Leo's made it back to the Miskatonic University, but she's collected enough information now from, she bought a relic at the curiosity shop, so she's really happy about that. But she's managed to get enough information. One of those machete films. Yeah, apparently, Plague Lord says, Crosshair, as you can see there, that apparently you're just playing Danny Trejo. I agree.
Yeah.
What a badass. So cool. Ursula's going to try to clear the clue out from this location. Is that a good idea? If I fail, I'm in trouble. So maybe I won't. The victory point would be nice, though. So I'm going to try. Fingers crossed. Then I'm going to get in there, and we're going to try to get some clues off. We're going to try to advance one of these acts. First action, she's going to see if she can find just any more little details about Harlan or the relic. 4v3. That's what I was afraid of. I fail, so I lose a clue. Damn it. That's what I was afraid of. Free trigger. I'm going to move Pathfinder. With Pathfinder, so it's a free move and a free investigate action, which puts me at 6 versus 4. Okay, now I get a +1. That's just great. Thanks, guys. But I will take this clue. I think it's time to advance the act, my friend. One of them, anyway.
Yeah.
Harlan is in danger.
Leo just looks at Ursula, who appears again out of nowhere, holding two knives covered in blood and guts and stuff, and like, oh, hi.
Hey there, Leo. Everything all right? She's got like a mysterious kind of like large, heavy, almost stone metal disc hanging around her neck. She looks okay, if a little frazzled.
Yeah, and Joe is covered in blood also. Yeah.
Yikes.
Leo has this empty stare and he's like, yeah, everything is fine.
Third knife between your teeth. I'm gonna spend, Crosshair, if you're down for this, we should discuss it. I'd like to spend 3 of my clues and 1 of yours. Or actually, no, I'm gonna spend all 4 of mine. Then you have 2 left if you want to continue a different path. But up to you. I'm gonna spend 4 clues. It doesn't cost an action, and I'm gonna advance Act 1A. Oh! Harlan Ernstone. Put Harlan into play in Easttown. That's not Easttown. This is Easttown. Okay. Action. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Parlay. So he's apparently just wandered off into the east part of the city. I have to discard the top 3 cards of my deck to parlay. If you test willpower 4, if you succeed, place a clue on him. Interesting. Thank you, Ranty. I saw that. Act 2A. There's no sign of Harlan in his office, but one of the assistants in the administration building informs you that he took the day off and went to his home in Easttown. If there are 2 clues on Harlan, remove them and advance. Okay, so I need willpower. I have some icons, but I need to figure something out. Okay. I have a couple of actions left here, and I need to think about those. Crosshair. We're coming up on about 90 minutes in. Can we take a short break and be back in just a moment?
We sure can.
I can
actually reconnect after.
Great. That'll make sense. Folks, we're going to take a short break, refill our waters, etc. And we're going to be right back at you in just a moment. Crosshair, see you soon. Oh, hello again. Welcome back to Doomed. Not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game. Today's episode of The Threads of Fate is brought to you by drinking lots of liquid. And with special guest star, the Crosshair. who will be back in just a moment. I suppose I should have just made sure that he was here first. My bad. Hello, Kung Fu Fenris, and all the new arrivals. We're just taking a quick break for hydration and such, which is very important as we game. I, for one, have had lots of liquid today, so there's that. But welcome. I think it's going pretty well. Yeah, good, yes, just dropped in. And here we are, smashing shit up in Arkham. Bam! Suck it, the cultists. Okay, recap. Oh boy. Ooh, bows are delicious. Crosshair, welcome back.
Hello.
Hello. All right. Thank you for being so accommodating, the Crosshair. I was just telling the folks I've had a lot of liquid today. It's good to take breaks. So who's playing the donkey? Plague Lord, we don't have a donkey yet, but we will get one. Well, look, the position's still open, basically. Resumes are accepted. Okay. So, Ursula's finally managed to, get through to somebody on the campus who actually knows where Harlan is, which is in East Town. But getting through to him might be a bit of a challenge. I still have 2 actions left. And that's great to hear, Kung Fu Fenris. I'm really happy about that. The conspiracy of blood is going to go off. What do I have? I can... I guess I could start heading in that direction, or at least try to get the next clue? We need 2 clues for Alejandro, 4 clues for Iktaka, and I need to pass this Harlan Ernstone test twice, which is tough, but not impossible. Also, if I have enough money... Oh, I don't have any money. Okay, Ursula is, of course, now that she's finally found the information, she's like, thanks, Leo, I really appreciate it. See you later, bye. And she's going to zip off. Oh, actually, no, she's not. I am going to discard these words of power. That's what I'm going to do, spend 2 actions. So, not taking off immediately. Ursula's got a lead, but she realizes that as talking to Leo, she's learned more, and she hasn't seen any bloodied enemies or monsters, but clearly something is happening in this town. She's going to try to sort of say some sort of incantation against the cultists to try to keep them at bay. And that's what she's going to do. I have to tell you, Crosshair, this survival knife, machete knife business is incredible. It's very exciting. Ooh, that's good. Okay. We have a plan. The plan is forming. However, it is now the Mythos Phase, which means we place a doom on the agenda, which brings us to 5 out of 5. So the conspiracy of blood goes away because it is attached to this agenda. We remove all doom in play, and we advance. I'm sorry, the Crosshair. Who knows what will happen? Agenda 1B, at the sun's peak. The town is bustling as noon comes and goes. Oh, it's daytime? You murdered all of those awful people during daytime?
No comment.
Students travel from class to class. Business people take breaks from their busy office lives. And in East Town, Velma's diner is abuzz with the lunch rush. Despite this veil of normality, the curtain has been lifted. You see this town for what it really is, an endless mire of secrets. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. If there are only 2 act decks in play, there are not. So that's at least good, I guess. I should have left the... No, that's fine. Agenda 2A, behind the curtain. This conspiracy runs much deeper than you had imagined. The more time you spend investigating these mysteries, the more you come to realize that they're linked to one another. At the center of these secrets is an enigmatic organization, I'm getting excited, manipulating events behind the scenes. Again, there's the action here to resign. So I'm going to suggest to Leo that we think about resigning once we hit the last agenda and see how much time we have. But hopefully we can at least solve some mystery before continuing. We advanced and we have to draw our encounter cards. Of course we do. So we're both still here at the university before conferring about what to do. Uh-oh. On wings of darkness, a night gaunt swoops down from the sky and grabs you with its clawed hands, trying to carry you off into the night. I'm going to try to... I'm going to try to deal with this.
I might help.
Okay. I'm ready to toss in on this if you have something to... Ooh!
Yeah, test.
I am testing. Okay. So...
I believe in you.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks,
I
Leo.
told you there's monsters.
Leaps out of the way. This horrible, screaming, faceless beast descends from the skies as Ursula leaps out of the way. I have 7 agility with the one provided from Eureka as well. As she's going to try to avoid getting dumped back in the center of town. That... I'll take it. Okay, so it's an elder sign, which means my Eureka goes off and my move goes off, which I will take, Crosshair, to put me in North Side when this test ends. But I also get to search the top 3 for something, which is what Eureka says. Yep. So... running from the beast, she finds herself back in Northside, and hopefully something exciting is awaiting her there. Yes, it is. She manages to get a hold of a piece of equipment that might be of use to her in the future, moving forward. That was my Mythos phase. Sorry, that was my encounter card draw.
Leo just looks at Ursula again, runs off. And just looks at this night gaunt in the sky like, well, come and get some.
Yeah, get some. Do you want me to...
Yep.
There you go. Uh-oh.
And just as Ursula runs off, another one of these hooded acolytes walks from the shadows like, doom is upon you.
Oh, God. What?
And doom is upon the acolyte.
So where are we going to put him, do you think?
Well, he just saunters off to Rivertown again.
That's weird. I feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least we've got someone who can deal with this sort of stuff. We're into the investigation phase. I'm happy.
Your call.
Oh, sorry?
Yep, you can go first if you don't need.
Ursula's Eureka moment is realizing that as she's ducking back into Northside, she realizes what she really needs if this is indeed a conspiracy. She needs to connect the dots. She needs to be able to provide evidence with her Hawkeye folding camera. This is a card that sort of charges up every time you clear a location of clues, and that will really help here. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to do that here. Second action, I'm going to investigate. So, yeah, that's what I want to say. Ursula's managed to get her hands on a piece of equipment that's going to be incredibly valuable if she can pull it off. I'm going to investigate here at Northside again and just see if I can get that last clue. 4 to 3?
Nope.
Oof. Big no. I'm going to toss in, I've got a plan, and I'm going to go 5 to 3 last action. Skull, which is it's -1. -1 for Doom. Okay. So I do get the last clue, which does charge up my Hawkeye. I'm ecstatic. bit of willpower, Ursula manages to find, what does she find here? Yes, some not carvings, but like markings in the dirt. At first glance, it's just, maybe someone was living in this back alley. When she looks at it again, it's actually pretty clearly a map of Arkham with certain locations that have been sort of starred and circled. The whole thing is set within a pentagram, and it's frankly a little creepy, but she's managed to figure that out. So at least there's that.
Right. Leo's turn.
Yes, indeed. Knives.
Leo just looks at the cultist that was once again walking towards Rivertown.
Lumbering back and forth.
In Rivertown.
It's incredible.
And from behind him, he hears, "Leo, goddammit, where have you been?" As Mitch Brown walks
yes,
from
Mitch.
the university.
Nice.
So that leaves me with 3 resources left.
Mm-hmm.
So Mitch is Leo's old friend. Like they've both seen some stuff.
That's saying it. Let's put it lightly.
Yeah, and because Mitch doesn't care about the cops anyway, the beat cop can also stay because Mitch gives 2 additional ally slots.
Yep. Which can only hold non-unique allies, which is like, mechanically speaking, is a really interesting trait. You can't have like Leo DeLuca and whatever her name is, like a bunch of really cool allies, but you can have like some sweet allies and a lot of them at the same time. Sorry to interrupt, Crosshair. Go for it. Leo, you son of a... Where you been?
Leo looks at Mitch and brings up his 2 knives and just, let's go hunting.
Yes! Didn't think there'd be so many
just
enemies in Arkham. This is amazing.
Walks back to Rivertown again and looks at this cultist braising about doom or some shots, and he looks at his machete and looks at his survival knife, the smaller one. I call this machete choppy, and I call this survival knife stabby. And you're not strong enough to handle choppy, so you're gonna get stabby.
Are we sure Leo's not the crazy one?
Just plunges the survival knife into the belly of the cultist. At some
here I have to.
point.
I think I have to clear my. There you go. Look at this.
Yep.
It's a chaos bag luck, you crazy son of a.
No. Well, that'll work.
Incredible.
So yeah, once again, Leo stabs a cultist on the street.
Mitch and Joe
And
looking on like, meh. Yeah, he seemed pretty crazy.
Another day.
And yeah, just another day in
another
Arkham.
dead body.
Incredible.
And as his last action, he'll just do the same thing, polish his decorated skull.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Hey, you keep those resources and cards going, it's make sure that Leo can have everything he'll need.
Yeah, that's that.
Is that a question mark in your hand?
It's a resource.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, I see. Sorry. When it's in your hand, I can't see it, so it just looks like a question mark to me, which is hilarious. I just noticed. It's actually really funny. I was like, wait, is that a literal question? Okay. Excellent. Again, there are no enemies, thanks to our friend, Leo Anderson, the expedition leader. Harlan here is not an enemy. He's an asset, apparently. So it's upkeep. We're going to ready all of our cards, draw a card, gain a resource. Okay, cool. I guess that's fine. And we move back.
Oh no.
Nothing. Oh,
Oh no.
something bad is happening, isn't it?
Yeah, Leo has a bad feeling about this.
Oh no!
He's just looking at every dark corner and stuff for cultists and monsters and like they're everywhere.
Oh my god.
What was that noise? Is there something to kill?
Well, when you murder enough in broad daylight, I think you would become a little paranoid, yeah.
Yep.
Oh
That's
man.
5 resources gone.
Gone. That's really disappointing. Plus side, I guess you know that you have it now in case you in the future. Also, your, Scully McSkullface over there might be of use.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, paranoia though. That's oops, sorry. We're not in the investigation phase. We're in the Mythos phase. I'm gonna put 1 out of 6 doom on this agenda. We're gonna draw our encounter cards, and then we are gonna get some acts going. Hopefully. Whoop. Peril? Nope. If you have no clues, okay. If you have 1 or more clues, test intellect 4. For each point you fail by, place a clue on your location. Well, actually, it's not the worst. Now, the false lead that Ursula is following is not our Harlan. She knows Harlan is in Easttown at his home. It's actually, she was provided with another lead around some of the relics in the Curiosity Shop, but it would appear to be a false one. I'm testing 4 intellect against 4. Yeah, so I fail. I'm going to place one of my clues on this location where I am, and I'll pass the turn to you, Crosshair, because I failed. Boo-hoo.
Oh, it skips your... Oh, no, my encounter card, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Whoop.
Could you draw one? Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh. Who dat? Who dis?
This a Brotherhood cultist.
Hmm.
When you initiate... So, after hearing about all the dead cultists around River Town, which there are plenty, this slightly older and slightly wiser looking cultist also walks into the street and looks at Leo like, "Have you been killing my disciples?"
Oh.
And Leo just looks back like, "Yeah, you're next."
You're next. So good. When you initiate an attack against him, place a doom on him. So when you initiate it, he gets the doom, which then contributes to his fight and evade. So he kind of powers up as you try to hurt him, which is interesting. Okay, all right. Well, I mean, sucks to be Leo. I think you're gonna be okay, right, buddy?
Sucks to be the Brotherhood cultist.
It does. Well, here, look. Unless you don't want to, I'm gonna give you the turn.
Yeah.
You better not kill my cultists.
Leo looks at this Brotherhood cultist and like, "Well, you have fancy robes. You get the fancier blade."
Yes.
And just readies his machete.
Machete choppy.
Lunges at this guy. Give me a token. Give me a token.
Give me a token. Hey, it was working last time. Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you don't want my luck. No, I think we're good. Fancy rolls.
What's that?
Fancy stabbers.
Highest number of 2. So this guy has 4 against. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. You're good. You're dead.
And after slicing the machete into his stomach, he takes his survival knife and like, "Well, nice knowing you." Bye.
This is horrible. Oh, so he gets another doom, which puts him at 4 fight as you initiate the attack. This is crazy town. Come on, you bastard.
Ooh, that's 6 on. Yeah, that doesn't work.
Uh-oh. Okay. He doesn't retaliate, but I guess he's like powering up or something?
Yeah. Well. No. Leo misses with his survival knife and just pulls out his machete and like, well, guess you need extra convincing to piss off.
I'm putting another doom on the guy though. FYI.
Yep. And for this one, I'm gonna commit the scene of the crime.
Okay.
So that's 7 on 5.
He's going Super Saiyan. Okay, I'll click, but I feel really bad. I'm sorry. Huh! Oh, thank God.
That's a 5 on 5, and with that,
I'm so scared that my luck is gonna. Look at all that doom he accumulated so fast.
Boop.
Doesn't matter now, though, does it?
Yep. And another one falls to the ground on the pile.
The pile. Oh, hi, DJ. Oh my God. Don't forget your. Yeah.
No.
Oh no, how could I? Oh, what is going on over here? Whoop. Oh, you have one. Sorry, my bad.
Yep.
This is just. Okay, Ursula is doing her.
Stab.
Yeah, sorry.
Stabby stab.
Stabby stab. I mean, honestly, Ursula is off doing her own thing way up there, way up north. Whatever's taking too long, so you head to. I'm just having a look here. So right, we need clues in Easttown. We need clues in Rivertown. I don't have any clues. If I can grab the clue off this location, I can charge up my Hawkeye again, which would be great. So if I move and move back, maybe I can do that. That's a bit silly, though. Move back. Oh, no, actually, with Pathfinder, it's not too crazy. Zip into the shop. Zip back out of the shop to go with field work. Ursula is, again, she's running down contacts. She's running down leads. She is at her most alive when she is sprinting from one place to the other. The map that she found of the city was not a false lead, but she's... Yeah, exactly, Plague Lord. Oh, just, do you have any new relics? No? Okay, no, yeah, see you later. But she is, on the hunt for something of use. This puts me at 6-3 for this investigation test. A skull, which is 0 now, so I will take this clue. I will charge up my Hawkeye again, which is... Oh, what? Where did that card go? Oh, there it is. What happened? Charge up my Hawkeye. And then Ursula is going to continue on towards Easttown, where she knows Harlan is, and hopefully she'll be able to find a bit more information. She has to pass through downtown, however, filled with government buildings, including City Hall, the first bank of Arkham. Boop. 3 shroud, 2 clues. Action, gain 3 resources once per game. I'm going to use Jake to draw a card. Jake and Ursula both look at each other and they're like, go to the bank? Go to the bank. We're going to need everything we can get. So Crosshair, I'm going to take 3 resources.
Yep.
I assume that limit once per game is once per game per person, I would assume.
I think it's just like once per game, because the other place has like gain 2 clues,
Oh,
spend 5 resources.
group limit once per game, though.
Oh,
Whereas this says
right.
once. Oh no, you're right. Like once per group or one. Oh shoot.
We can handle it like once per game. Like either or, somebody gets it.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about
Because
me taking it then?
I don't need it.
I've got this decorated skull. Incredible.
Yep.
Okay, well then in that case, I'll that's me. So we're gonna move back into the upkeep phase because again, Leo somehow managed to finish off all the freaking enemies. Whoop. Get a resource. Oh, we like that. We very much like that. Yes, we do.
Oh yeah, we like this.
I don't know what it is, but it's probably good. Mythos Phase.
You love it.
Oh, do we? Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, actually, can I just say you're really look how decked out Leo is over here. 2 allies, 2 stabbies, sorry, Choppy and Stabby, and a skull, all bedecked with plunder. We're up to 2 out of 6 doom on this agenda. I feel like we're it's funny, I feel like we're getting somewhere, but we've really only kind of advanced one agenda so far. We have plans, Crosshair. We have plans. Let's draw some encounter cards here. Hunting Shadow. Oh, peril. I can't tell
Okay.
you. I can't tell you. Okay. Ow. Ursula gets pulled into an alleyway where she tussles with a mysterious masked figure until Jake busts in. What the hell is going on? And he runs off into the night. She's not sure who that was, but clearly she's getting closer to the truth. Lies and slander. I don't walk, I float.
And Leo hasn't left the River Town Miskatonic University street at all.
Yeah, no, exactly. He hasn't gone through the whole... Sorry. I don't understand how this is happening. Look at this. This is the hunting.
And just as the, main cultist leader falls down, a night gaunt swoops down from the sky and towards Leo.
Absolutely incredible. Well, I guess I know what your turn looks like. Hey, you wanted to play Choppy Stabby Boomy? This is what this looks like, I guess.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's chop some more.
Yay! If you're into it, you go for it.
Yeah, you need to come. No, you don't need to come through here, but I'll handle it.
Let me handle this. Yeah, exactly.
Leo just looks at this night count. Oh, I know your kind. First I chop off your wing, then I chop off your head. Let's go with that.
Plague Lord, I honestly think that's the story I'm telling. In Leo's mind, he's just destroying monsters. In the police's mind, we don't know.
That's an elder sign. -2.
-2.
Not enough.
Not enough to overcome the might of the chop, baby.
There goes the wing. And
this guy. It's weird that it doesn't seem to want to click anymore. There you go.
Yeah, not always. And here goes the head.
Oh.
Here goes the...
Here goes the... Hey!
Here goes the head.
Wow.
And just like that, the Night Gaunt is dead. It's dead.
Oh, it's dead. It's dead now.
Yeah. And after chopping off the wing and the head again, for the second time, Leo just polishes his skull again, and I'm just gonna use it.
Use it right away? Why not?
Yeah.
Grab that resource. Whoop! Oh,
Draw
no,
the
we're good.
card, and we're good.
Okay. Dead, the head is dead. Yeah, and Plague Lord, I agree. Like, having Joe the beat cop just along for the ride, he's like, my God, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And Leo's like, it's Tuesday, you son of a bitch. Chop. It's just incredible happening over here. Ursula is going to attempt to get as much information as she can out of downtown before venturing to East Town, where she hopes to perhaps find Alejandro. Look, they don't like Alejandro, but he is an ally. You know, going after Iktaka is possible, but she really didn't want to be followed. And then potentially she can also gain Harlan's trust. But first things first, we need clues, and we need them off this location. I'm a 5 versus 3, but I'm going to... I think this is important. Practice makes perfect. Ursula, weirdly enough, is like hardly a scientist or an academic, but she has perfected certain ways of talking to people and looking for clues. Search the top 9 cards of your deck for a practiced skill and commit it if able. So, and then if I succeed, I get it back, which is pretty sweet. I'm just going to start flipping cards for myself. I know what they are here. We're looking for a practiced skill. There's 1 left in my deck. So hopefully it's in the top 9 cards. Oh, is this one practiced? Nope. Yep, that's the one. I have to commit it to this skill test. So I'm 7 versus 3. Yep, well, Plague Lord's right. My interrogation methods spew words at them until they give up and answer you to get you to stop the talking. Or in this case, they just close the door in your face. God, that's disappointing. Second action. I have 2 more actions to search for clues before I pathfind, field work, try to get another clue off this East Town location. 5 versus 3. Let's do it. Yes, sir. She's managed to talk to at least another shopkeeper who hopefully has a bit more information for her. I still have 5 intellect with my Hawkeye camera. She's hoping to... Oh, sorry, Ranty. Thanks for the question. The chaos tokens that we're drawing here, this is just an example, indicate, so your skill value, as noted on your character, plus any modifiers, so like I have a +1 from the Hawkeye, and then there's plus from other things, are tested against various values. This location has a shroud of 3, the number in black. So I'm testing 5 versus 3, but then you also have to draw a token from the chaos bag, which generally subtracts from your value. So I got a -5 when I was 4 up. I failed the test. Thanks for indulging me, Crosshair, as I will investigate for the last time, and then I have 1 more action, possibly? Yay! That was a success. So again, Ursula manages to get a little bit more information, charges up her Hawkeye again as she takes more photos of the incriminating blood-splattered streets. I mean... These are not blood splattered over here, but at least there's different stuff going on in this region. Okay. Oh, yes, right. I was going to pathfind. So I'm going to free action move into East Town, which is a 2 shroud, 2 clue location. This is interesting for you, Crosshair. While you're in East Town, reduce the cost of each ally you play by 2. This is obviously somewhere where... there are lots of friends.
Yeah, I was heading there anyway.
Oh, that's good. Test willpower 4. Okay. Oh, I can't. I only have an action to investigate, so I will take it. I'm going to take my fieldwork action here, and I'm going to investigate to try to grab this clue. Lots of... The photos only are incriminating after you develop them. Plague Lord is correct. Not great. Oh, I should have figured out my skill value.
-5 again.
It is, but I'm wondering what my skill value is now, because I'm 4, 5 with the camera, 7 with the field work. -5 is 2, so I actually somehow snag a clue. Absolutely incredible. Okay, excellent. We move back into Upkeep as Ursula's finally reached somewhere where she can investigate Alejandro, maybe try to talk to Harlan. Upkeep draws me a card and gains me a resource. Awesome. And we ready our stuff. We move back to the Mythos Phase.
Because no enemies.
No enemies. Exactly. Actually, yeah, that's been something in a 4-player game, say, you'd probably get a lot of enemies on the board, and then that whole thing's... Easttown are apparently friendlier than Downtown and less obsessed with money. We moved to 3 out of 6 dooms. We still have some time for now. We're going to draw an encounter card. Hunting Shadow is a peril, but I know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put a damage on Jake and a damage on me. Or am I just going to kill Jake? No, I'm going to keep it. So, again, once it... Oh, is there Surge on that? No, that's good. A shadowy figure follows you in the rain. When you look at it, your head pounds in agony and your vision blurs. So no one attacks Ursula, but she is feeling gross as she realizes the conspiracy is closing in around her. Over to you, sir. Oh, I need to do the thing.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh.
That's not a peril. Eh.
Yeah, I mean, you can't damage enemies if they have Doom on them, so like, but as of now, there are none, so that's at least something.
Yeah.
Plague Lord, I've been there, let me tell you. Okay, so all in all, ooh, sorry, that's bad. I shouldn't do that. All in all, not the worst Mythos phase I've ever seen.
No, we've had worse.
No, yes, that is definitively true. Investigation phase. I guess, I mean, Ursula can't, like, shout to Leo all the way here in Easttown, but I guess, Leo, do you have anything that you want to specifically sort of accomplish? Like, should I come to you and investigate Ikitaka, or do you want to come here and we'll start looking for Alejandro?
Yeah, I was just thinking, because I have 2 clues, I could go searching for Alejandro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why not?
Like, you have more clues, so you can handle the Harlan stuff, I think.
Harlan, you son of a... You're right, though. Yeah, we can definitely try.
But who goes first?
Oh, that's a good question. You know what? In that case, I'll go first, because if I can successfully deal with Harlan, which is unlikely, but, you know, I'm going to try, then we'll advance, and he might be like, go to this place to do that. He might give us a little quest.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm saying. So, Ursula, having finally made it to Easttown after having, like, had, you know, ADHD and, like, stopped everywhere to look at everything along the way, finally has come to the home of Harlan Ernstone. He sounded terrified, so she's not expecting him to open the door immediately. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck, Parlay. If you try to snap him out of his daze. Oh, he's babbling incoherently and won't respond to anything you say. Test Will 4. If you succeed, place a clue on him. I have 4, and I need to be able to do this twice. Okay, well, I have a plan. I have a plan. I probably won't be able to do this turn. Good question, Plague Lord. Do you need to talk to Harlan for the acts? Yes. Act 2A says if there's 2 clues on him, remove them and advance. Yes, exactly. So, Harlan's curse. Something's happened to him. Man, we really gotta... Okay. So, he's babbling incoherently. Ursula's not 100% sure what to do with this, but she remembers some of the words babbling out of his mouth are things that she remembers from her dreams. I'm going to play Dream Diary, and then I'm going to go fetch the essence of the dream. She's hopefully going to be able to interpret his ravings from the dreams that she had when she was in the jungle. I'm going to... Last action, I'm going to commit... Oh, sorry. I have to discard the top 3 cards of my deck in order to parlay with him. Test Will 4. So I have 4 willpower. I'll commit Essence of the Dream, and I'll commit Malison. No, I will not. I'll keep Malison. She's going to see if she can, like, interpret anything that he's saying based on the ravings that is coming out of his mouth. It's just absolute incoherent babble. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. Okay, that's it. That's me. That's my turn. Back to you, Crosshair.
Okay, Leo is just
Leo.
chatting with Mitch and Joe. I think it was Joe. Yeah.
I think it was.
Just looking at all the bodies and well, it's a bit busier in Rivertown, but I'm getting a bit bored of this. But as he's talking, a distant barking fills the air.
A distant barking.
And from a side street, Scruffles runs over.
Scruffles! You are so decked out for damage. This is wild.
And with that, the whole team is together.
Yay! We've got the whole gang back together again.
And because Scruffles isn't unique, even if we named him, well, I can keep him.
Yay!
So Leo is just like, okay, we gotta do something else than slaughter 4 cultists and 2 monsters and all the people.
6 things so far.
So he just walks over to East Town and notices Ursula talking to some babbling buffoon.
That is true.
And like, oh, this guy's Harlan. And like, looks at the guy like, I know what he needs. A fist to the face.
Oh!
Just wake him out of this coma.
Yikes.
So, I'm also gonna parlay, so...
Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. I mean, hopefully there'll be, Oh, darn. I was hoping there'd be a weakness in there for you. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, yeah.
No. What are you going to do? There is... Well, I'll mention it when we get there, Crosshair. There's a way to cycle... You can cycle your deck back. It's not like they're gone forever. So that's good.
My game is just working like ass. So, brain. No brain.
I can give you a little boost.
Oh,
that's 1 brain.
So, just as Leo is about to punch this guy, this Dr. William T. Mallison walks by like, nope, not getting involved into this.
Oh, nope, not getting involved in that. Oh, beaut.
And that's a clue.
So that's a clue from the token pool goes on to Harlan. So I think the slap in the face is actually helping somehow. Ursula's like, what are you doing? That's one of the most respected archaeologists of this generation.
Respected, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God.
Leo just looks like, not talking yet? Well, maybe after this one.
Oh.
And just gonna do it again.
Yep, why not? I cannot help you this time, sir. I gotta tell you that for free. Oh, sorry. That was really loud.
Oh, there goes kerosene.
Aw.
Oh, well.
Not right now, he isn't. Oh my God.
And I'm just gonna put this dynamite blast in there also.
Wow, you must really like him.
Yeah, really like him, like threaten him with a dynamite.
Leo Anderson MVP, folks. Ooh! Ooh!
Ooh!
Ouch,
No.
Big oof. Okay.
Well, he's not talking.
He's out cold. He's not talking. Yeah, he's just on the ground, out cold. Yikes.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna spend 2 of my clues because there's still a window here. It doesn't cost an action. Well, not in a row, Plague Lord. So at least there's that. I'm gonna spend 2 of. Oh, yep.
I can spend them because you can advance with 4.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I totally forgot. Yeah, if you.
Yep.
Let's do that.
Presto.
So we're going to... I guess Leo's like, fine, I guess let's go find Alejandro instead. I'm going to move this act down here and flip it. Oh! There he is. Henry DeVoe, friend of Alejandro. Put Henry DeVoe into play in Velma's Diner. Crosshair, I'm going to move the card down here to Velma's Diner. Action, choose and discard a card from your hand. Parlay, you discuss Alejandro's whereabouts. Test book 3, intellect 3. If you succeed, place a clue on this card. So pretty much the same as Harlan, but a little easier, and intellect instead of punching the man in the face. Act 2C, friends in high places. You can't get into Alejandro's hotel room, so you decide to question several of the occupants in the neighboring rooms. One of them informs you that Alejandro has been meeting often with an acquaintance of his, a government official named Henry DeVoe. They tend to meet nightly at Velma's Diner. Perhaps you should pay Henry a visit. If there are 2 clues on Henry DeVoe, remove them in advance. Hello to Thelia. Great to see you. Welcome to Doomed with special guest, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Perfect. So, okay, so we've now managed to move 2 acts ahead, Crosshair, which is good, I guess. And oh yes, we're into Upkeep. Anyways, that's nice. Upkeep draws us a card and gains us a resource. Hey, guess what I did, bud?
Yep.
So,
Excellent.
It's got to happen sometime, right? So Ursula, as I've mentioned before, has the energy of a 6-month-old golden retriever puppy. Talking to Harlan didn't work. Thinking about Harlan didn't work. Watching him get smacked around didn't work. She's got someone in Velma's Diner to go talk to. She's got this. She's got that. She's rushed off into a nearby hotel room and is pounding on the door looking for information. Now, unfortunately, the person inside may or may not be armed. Overzealous says, draw the top card of the encounter deck, and it gains Surge. So I actually draw 2, which I'm just going to do for myself for funsies. And then I have to deal with both of these. Shadowed. Take a horror, and it gains Surge. Now, it can't gain Surge twice. So actually, that's okay. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to kill Jake. Sorry, Jake. Bye, Jake.
Jake has had enough.
Jake, there's a figure kind of behind Ursula once again as she's pounding on the hotel door. She's like, Jake, go check that out. He goes down the hallway and never comes back. Uh-oh. Ooh! Acolytes spawn in any empty location. And he puts a doom. Okay.
Well, not River Town.
Yeah. Oh, I think that goes... Oh, yes. Sorry, Crosshair. So the threat area is in front of you. Like it's like at your person.
Oh.
Plus side.
Oh, yeah. At my location.
One's threat area can be interacted with by other people. So like I could spend 2 actions to discard your words of power. I'm probably not going to, but I could. Yeah. You cannot damage those enemies or put clues on them. That sucks. I'm going to put him up here at downtown. For now. Or am I going to... No, I want to try to figure something out. Yeah, I'm going to put him at... Sorry, that's kind of in the wrong direction from everything, hey? What do you think, Crosshair? Does that make sense?
Actually, put it in the diner. I can handle it.
Well, you have to get. Oh no! Perfect. I have a plan. You're right.
Me too.
But of course, we have to go to the Mythos. Oh, Scruffles.
Yeah.
Oh, it's true, right? Of course, it cannot. Yeah.
Acolyte only has 1, but yeah, that'll work.
Well, however, we still now is the Mythos phase because, of course, that was just me being an idiot. We moved to 4 Doom out of 6, and we draw our normal encounter cards now that I've already drawn so many. Oh, and now I have a Words of Power. Okay, well.
Excellent.
Great. If there's one or more enemies at your location with Doom, you can't damage them or discover clues. Now, it's not at my location. Yeah, sorry, go for it.
We're at 5 out of 6 Doom because of the cultist.
Thank you, you're right. So we actually do need to deal with that guy, ASAP. I'll draw...
I have a plan for it. Yep.
There you go, just in case it... So what does Mysterious Chanting say there?
Well, the cultist is chanting really loudly at the diner.
in the diner! The whole diner's been taken over by this, like, blood cult.
Yeah, and the cultist gets 2 Doom.
2 Doom.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of Doom. Thanks, Plague Lord. Thanks for dropping by, and Thelia. We are doing just great. That is a lot of Doom. He is doing something. Whoop. That is...
But yeah, we should be fine.
So,
I can start.
Yeah?
Yep.
Go for it.
Well, first, Leo doesn't believe in these cultist chantings and stuff like that, so he's just gonna take a moment, think about it, and discard the Words of Power.
Makes sense.
Just like, nope, still don't believe it.
Still don't believe it. Nope, it's fine. Oh, here, I'll toss that for you.
And as his last action, he can smell blood. So he's just gonna walk over to the diner and go like, I thought I smelled an acolyte.
Oh boy. Acolytes with fries? I don't know. Oh, yes, we can reveal that location. This is Velma's Diner. It's a staple of Easttown. 2 shroud, 0 clues. You can spend 3 actions to kill some time at the diner and listen to the conversations of the patrons to gain 2 clues once per game, which is amazing. Oh.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna kill some time.
Sorry. It's perfect. Thelia, that sounds horrible in the best possible way. I'm really glad for you. I just would not want that for myself. Okay, so you're engaged with the acolyte. You guys are, I guess, just kind of staring each other down. I don't know what's happening over there.
Yeah, just looking at the acolyte. I've killed 4 of your kind already.
They're ready to go. Okay, so I need to try to advance this Harlan business. Dance off! Oh, well, okay. Leo has 1 agility, so... But it would be a strong dance. Yep. I'm going to be in a decent place to try to deal with Henry DeVoe, but I'm already here for Harlan, so I feel like I should try to deal with Harlan as well. Let's see. If I take the dream, I can try again, and then if I don't get it, it'll be a sign. And then I'll move to Velma's, and I'll try to deal with Henry instead. So Ursula's going to recall the essence of the dream again, because the Harlan has woken up, and he's no longer babbling, but he's only speaking in short bursts, and it seems to be that, again, that strange language. I'm going to commit this essence of the dream to my willpower test to try to talk to Harlan Ernstone. I have to discard the top 3 cards of my deck. Bad, worse, absolutely trash. Okay. 6 to 4. Come on. Nope. Oh. A skull is -X, where X is the highest amount of doom on a cultist, which is 3.
Yeah.
That is just... What
Perfect.
a kick in the teeth. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to draw a token. I guess I'm going to... If I discard 3 more, I can try again, and eventually I'll be able to loop my deck here. You know what? I'm just gonna. If I pathfind in. Oh, if I okay. I'm gonna use Pathfinder to come into the diner as well. I'm gonna try to talk to Henry while you're dealing with the acolyte out back.
Yeah.
There you go. Choose and discard a card from your hand. Parlay. Test book 3. I can do that. Yay! I have 5 intellect. That's what I needed all this time. You son of a gun. Okay, so Ursula's deep in a conversation with Henry DeVoe. She's not quite sure what he does yet, but he has a great mustache.
Yeah, and in the back window you can just see Leo with Mitch and Joe and this crazy cultist running at them.
We move into the enemy phase, Crosshair, so do you want to talk us through what happens there?
Yeah, this was my plan. So the crazy cultist goes like, doom on you, doom on this town, doom on that damn dog of yours, and tries to kick Scruffles.
No! How dare you?
And actually manages to kick Scruffles. But what he doesn't know is that Scruffles is a beast. So Scruffles just leaps up against the man's chest, pushes him down, and bites off his neck.
Oh my god, like tears his throat out. That's horrible.
Yeah.
The amount of blood that Leo has managed to accumulate this game is honestly, I'm flabbergasted.
But yeah, Scruffles does 1 damage because he was damaged, and the Acolyte goes bye-bye again.
Yay. Acolyte goes bye-bye.
For the 4th Acolyte, and...
It's just amazing. You get a decorated skull charge as well as we move into Upkeep. I mean, now you've got all the skull charges you could want, really. So as we move into Upkeep, we're going to draw a card and gain a resource, and then move straight on to... Ooh, this will be so good! Okay, great. I have a plan now. Excellent. Yeah. Resources. How are you on resource? Oh, you've got your decorated skull. You're doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get 3 resources and 4 on the skull, so...
A bunch of souls of the damned. Which you can cash in for money.
Gathering the cultist skulls.
Oh god, just wearing them on a chain around your neck or around your belt, I guess.
Yeah.
We move to 5 out of 6 doom, so we don't advance the agenda because that cultist is dead, which is great. We're going to draw our encounter cards, and then we're going to try to friggin' get some of these damn act decks sorted. I'm drawing my encounter card. On Wings of Darkness, test agility 4. If you fail, take a damage in a horror, and then move to a central location. I don't want to, so I'm going to be dexterous and try to pass this. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I have 4 agility against the... I have 4 agility, 6 agility against the 4 of the test, and as the beast. Another winged creature circling the sky kind of descends upon Velma's diner, aiming for Ursula. While she doesn't necessarily notice right away, her spidey sense is tingling, and she ducks under the table with Henry DeVoe. 6 to 4? Hey! I draw a card with manual dexterity. And that's me. So I managed to get out of the way of the beast as it flies off again into the night. Sorry, I need to...
Peril. So...
Ooh, peril. Shh. I can't know what it is.
So, yeah. And the chat can't know what it is.
No, true. There are, for the edification of people out there are campaigns where you, and you've seen some of them on Doomed before, you secretly add cards to your hand that stay there until you do something. So you're just holding a card that other people know is bad, but you can't tell them what it is or what it does. And it's quite an experience. You have so many. Like, look at you're decked out.
Could you pull a chaos token?
Yes, I can.
Yep.
Oh. That's generally a good thing. I don't know what it is, but it's generally pretty good.
Yep. It's good.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay. Nothing to... Whoop, I'll take that away for you. All right, nothing to...
Nothing to see.
Nothing to see here, folks. We're into the investigation phase. I'm going to see about advancing some acts for us this turn, Crosshair. And then you can decide whether to grab clues or try to talk to somebody or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think I can help much in the advancement.
Okay. I'll see if I can get something out of this Henry DeVoe. He's sipping on a cup of black coffee, just the way we like it. I have to discard a card from my hand, which I will do in order to parlay with him, which is chat. I have 5 intellect against the 3 of the test. This is good because I wanted to move anyway. So I will put a clue on him from the token pool. Ursula manages to find out something. I have to spend them and advance, I think it said. If there are 1 per clues, remove them and advance. This is Agenda 2D, Henry's information. Henry looks about anxiously, then leans forward. Well, of course he's anxious. There was a beast just moments ago. All right, listen. I worked downtown as assistant to the city planner. He's a bit of a funny bird. Quiet type, big ideas, likes to hole up in his office for hours at a time. He rubs his hands together. Don't know why he and Alejandro would ever be in the same room without my knowing, but last time I saw Alejandro, that's right where he was. Walking down the hall with my boss, flanked by a couple of intimidating fellas in black suits. Uh-oh. He gets up and puts on his coat, leaving 2 quarters on the table. You didn't hear this from me, he insists before departing. Put the town hall location into play. Attach Alejandro Velma to the town hall. Advance to Act 3C, Alejandro's prison. So town hall and Alejandro. Town hall is connected to blue, which is downtown. So I'm going to put the town hall over here. And then I'll read. So Alejandro Velma is there at the town hall. We don't know what that means yet, but we're going to read our next act and find out. Act 3C, Alejandro's prison. You believe that Alejandro is held captive somewhere in this location, the town hall. You must rescue him. While he is attached to a location, that location gets +2 shroud. If Alejandro Velma is attached to a location with no clues remaining, advance. You got that, Crosshair? We got to get all the clues off the town hall.
Got it.
Got it. And I'm sorry to say, but it's still my turn, so I'm going to keep moving and shaking here. I get a free move out of my Elder Sign, which I will take for sure. And then I'm going to go in hard on this parlay. Discard the top 3 cards of my deck. That's all of them. I have 4 willpower. Oh, yes?
You get a free investigation action.
Oh, I do. You're right. You're right. I may as well take it and grab this clue, right? I have 5 intellect against the 2 of the location. Done. You're absolutely right, Crosshair. Thank you. Ursula manages to grab a bit of info before heading back to Harlan's place. He's had some tea. He seems a bit more coherent, but very quiet. I'm going to parlay with him again. I have 4 willpower, 3 more with my inquiring mind, and then 1 more with the Tooth of Etzli. 8. 8 to 4. Yeah, I'm just going to test it. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Now it works. So, Ursula sort of has made some connections talking to Henry DeVoe and realizes that maybe Harlan was threatened. I put a clue on him, but then I spend them and advance. I'm just going to do, again, Crosshair, I'm going to read Act 2B, Safekeeping. Harlan finally snaps out of his daze, returning to his normal self. He tells you that he was accosted by several figures in brown robes who asked him where he's hidden the relic. They use some kind of hypnotism to pry the knowledge from his from him by force. He had no choice but to tell them the truth. He'd brought the relic to the curiosity shop and given it to one of his associates. If you make haste, perhaps you can reach the relic before the brown-robed figures do. Attach the Relic of Ages to the curiosity shop. If there are 2 or fewer act decks in play, there aren't. There's still 3 in play. So advance to Act 3A, find the relic. Act 3A, find the relic. You believe you have discovered the relic's whereabouts. Now you must scour this place from top to bottom in order to find it. That location gets +2 Shroud. While there's no clues on it, advance. So we need clues. Both of the places are going to have pretty intense Shroud values, but you know we gotta do our best. This nobody's home is going to really suck as well. Thanks, Harlan. Does he just stay there? Does Harlan Ernstone just stay at his own house?
Yeah, I guess they just hang around.
That's really funny. Well, I still have some actions remaining, so I'm going to
that curiosity shop is gonna be a pain.
Yeah, it really is. I imagine Town Hall's probably not too easy either. It's slightly closer. Do we have a preference, Crosshair? Like, should we try to get the relic or get Alejandro?
Well, we were after the relic originally. So.
That is true. It's this nobody's home garbage that's really going to be a problem. Oh, but maybe I'll get my deductions back. Okay. Free trigger, move with Pathfinder. Last action, move with a regular action. So I've just run away from you again, basically.
Yep.
And I have enough.
Nothing new.
Sorry. I have enough clues I can pursue Iktaka? No, it's fine. We need to try to get these things done. Okay. Excellent. Yes, over to you, sir. What's the plan?
Well. There's no well.
No well here at all.
Leo just looks at all the carnage, all the blood on everything, all the cultists just lining the streets.
Oh my god.
And like, well, if that lady is going after the relic, I guess I'll go after that Alejandro fella.
Makes sense.
So
just
he just starts walking along the streets.
Just walking along the street. Why not?
And finally arrives at the town hall.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It's a quiet, unassuming building near Independence Square. Ooh. After you enter Town Hall, if you have 4 or more cards in your hand, choose and discard until you have 3 remaining.
Oh, I
do.
do.
That's absolute ass. And it has 6 Shroud? Like, that's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Well, Skull I can throw away.
Oh, man. Disaster.
Narrow escape. Who needs it?
Yeah, who needs escapes when you have blades?
And I don't think I'll need you handle this one.
Okay.
I was gonna wait for a really big monster and give you that one, but
why would you do that to me? We move back into Upkeep, where I have to draw a card, but I'm out of cards. So I take a horror and I shuffle my discard pile back into my deck and draw a card. Just so you know, Crosshair, that's how that works. I was listening to a podcast once where someone didn't know that rule, so he figured you could just stop drawing cards. But you're not allowed. So you have to. So I drew a card instead. Ooh, interesting. And on to the Mythos Phase, where we, of course, go to 6 out of 6 Doom and advance the agenda, of course. The sun sets. The streets begin to empty as evening approaches. When the office buildings shut their doors, the clubs open theirs in places both public and hidden from view. In downtown Arkham, the Ward Theater is well lit and filled to capacity. The surrounding streets, however, are eerily quiet. Only soft footsteps from nearby alleyways hint at any sign of life. The workday must have ended, but your work is far from over. The figures walking the street fill you with a sense of dread instead of comfort. So, if there are a certain number of act decks in play, we add Doom, but we still have 3 act decks in play, which tells me we're not doing great. We're going to try to get through at least one. Act 3A. Who can you trust in this city of lies? Arkham may be safe from the perils of the jungle, but you are far from safe here. Each passing stranger could be a kidnapper, a thief, or a killer. Each glance they send your way could be the last thing you ever see. And we're going to draw our encounter cards. Okay. Oh. Well, that's okay. Okay, just the words of power have got a hold over Ursula, but she doesn't know it. It's just absolutely.
No, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh no. Of course, my apologies.
Leo is just tired of walking, and somebody kicked his dog, so he's just gonna like.
Somebody kicked his dog.
Let's go hunt these bastards.
Yay! On the hunt. On the hunt.
So, 9 cards.
You're like, Alejandro Vela, no thanks. Get me something else for me to die. Die, kill. So, On the Hunt is a card that says, instead of drawing a card during the Mythos phase, look at the top 9 of the encounter deck and grab an enemy if there is one. But you do get to choose spawn it engaged with you instead of its normal spawn location. Also very useful if enemies normally spawn all the way across the map. This gives you a chance to put them with you instead.
Well, there's Wizard of the Order and Acolyte.
Our good friend the Acolyte here.
Yeah, I think that we'll just kill another Acolyte.
Yeah. I hope you have well, not hope, but like I wonder if you have any tools for clues, but I doubt it somehow. It'd just be too bad. It's great target. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, that was a pretty successful On the Hunt. You've got your Acolyte with you now. A Graspy Loot.
Yeah.
That's all we ask. I am so happy to. If you go to my, if you check my YouTube channel, Graspy Loot, there's oh, do I have a command for that? No, I probably don't. Well, you can look up Scott Humphrey on YouTube. I have all my old Doomed campaigns that I recorded, which I tried to do a better job of kind of talking through the actual like mechanics of the game. Okay, that's Mythos.
Yeah, that was it. That was
that. Are you off to the races first here, Leo, or is it me?
Shroud 6.
Freaking disaster city.
And I have 4, so it's gonna be 4 on 6 on every try. Ugh.
Yeah. In fact, I don't. Oh, I guess the Elder Sign is +2 for you, so it's not impossible.
Yeah, Elder Sign or +3 or something. But also, there's not really anything bad that can happen. But first things first.
Shing!
Let's just... might as well chop up another Acolyte at the Town Hall steps.
I agree. Yep, I honestly agree.
Oh no!
Oh god, what happened?
That's
A tentacle.
Well, the machete didn't work, so let's try poking it with a survival knife.
Excellent. So the blade comes down, and then he comes in for another right to the heart, probably.
Yeah, the cultist thought that Leo missed, but instead he just swung forward and stabbed him with the survival knife.
Oh my god. It's absolutely insane.
And that's another acolyte. God.
The number of acolytes that you have destroyed is, well, I've already said it. It's just yikes.
It's 5.
Yeah, it's 5. There aren't even that many in the deck. Like, I mean, I know it shuffles back, but good gosh.
And since I'm here, I'll just go for trying to.
Yeah, there's
Wait.
The elder thing says
So
lose one of your clues, but like I don't think that matters.
I don't have any clues.
Yeah, so there you go. I think we're doing okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we.
Oh.
Here we.
Oh.
Could you pull me an elder sign?
Yeah, of course. Here it comes. That's what you meant, right?
Yeah. So that's a no.
Disappointing. Okay.
Oh well.
I'm gonna do my best to get over there and try as best I can, my friend. But actually, maybe I should. Then we'll be together and we'll at least have one thing done, and I don't have to deal with this damn nobody's home. Yeah. I'm gonna Pathfind to move for free, and then I'm going to spend an action. So Ursula wanted to go after the relic, and she's like, you know what? I still have time, but Alejandro's a human, damn it, and he came with me to Mexico, just like Leo. I have to save them. And rushes in. First action, I'm going to move in. I get an investigate here. I am going to practice makes perfect again, because you know how Ursula loves to practice.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to use field work as well here, so I will be like 7 on 6, but I'm going to search my top 9 for a practiced skill. Let's see if I can grab something good here. That's a practiced skill. 6, 7, 8. I'm looking for deduction. Oh, deduction. Yes. So, Ursula again sees like the carnage that's been wreaked outside of the town hall. She knows that Alejandro is somewhere inside. She manages to slip in through the back way and realizes that normally they'd keep dangerous people down in the cells, but anyone that they wanted to keep off the books would probably be upstairs. She's going to deduce her way into this. So I have 4 intellect, 5 with the camera, 7 with field work, 8 with deduction. That's good. Okay, that's a -2, so I do succeed. Discover an additional clue. So I'm going to get the 2 clues off this location. Which then, I still have a turn here, but what does it say? Alejandro. If Alejandro is attached to a clue with no remaining clues, advance. Sorry. If he's attached to a location with no remaining clues, advance. Act 3D. Alejandro is found. If he's attached to the town hall, you manage to slip into the basement of the town hall. Okay, so ignore what I said. Ignore what I said. He can't be upstairs. They'd be keeping him in the basement without being spotted. You find Alejandro in one of the basement offices. He isn't restrained, but he's overjoyed to see you. Thank goodness. They brought me here by force, though I don't know why. The investigator nearest to the town hall takes control of him, so that's either of us. Remove the remainder of the act deck from the game. If there's another one in play, if there's another act deck in play, continue playing. So this goes away.
Actually, yeah, neither of us gets Alejandro. We get 2 experience, right?
Well, let's have a look at the wording of that. Yeah, take control, and then in the book, you're absolutely right, Crosshair. Anytime you would be given the option of including them in your deck, take 2 experience instead. Which I don't think is the same thing. But But I have a feeling at the end of the scenario, because we rescued him, we will get the 2 bonus. That's my hope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Alejandro for not dying purposes. I still have 2 actions left. Am I gonna draw cards, or am I going to rush off and try to deal with the curiosity? If I get there, I can't even get there this turn. So.
Or we could
Oh, that's right. Go for Iktaka instead. You're right. Yeah. Oh, the relic seems... It doesn't matter. You're right. Let's, I'm going to move twice because I have 2 actions. I'm going to head back to East Town.
Yeah, the curiosity shop seems to be closed.
It's just closed permanently.
Home. No, nobody's home.
Nobody's home anymore, guys. Kung Fu Fenris asks, still haven't won? No. We have managed to complete one of the act decks, which is fabulous news, says I. But that's where we're at. I'll just move this.
And we haven't lost yet.
Upkeep? I really like the scenario because you can kind of choose, like, ooh, should I go this way or should I go that way? You know? Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. Okay, so Crosshair. Here's what's happening.
Yep.
Obviously, Ursula's feeling, top of the cock of the walk, as it were. She is overjoyed at having found Alejandro. He's like, come on, we can get to Iktaka faster if you cut through this way. And she's like running through alleys. I'm going to draw the top card of the encounter deck, and it's going to gain Surge. Okay. Something good. Oh, that's an Acolyte.
I smell blood.
Yes. He has to go at an empty location, so I'm going to put him right there in downtown, baby. And locked door. Oh, locked door goes on the curiosity shop, so we are definitely not getting in there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Just disastrous. Well, okay, that location.
Home and nobody's home and the door is locked.
The door is locked. We could break in, but it would take forever, and it's just not worth it. I already bought the Disc of Itzamna from there anyway. Honestly, I'm not mad about it. Are you ready for another Mythos phase?
Sure am.
Let's do it, Crosshair. We're almost there, bud. This is 1 out of 6 Doom on the last agenda. So we should consider resigning soon if we can't deal with...
Before. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if we can't... Yeah, before, exactly. If we can't deal with Iktaka. But I'm going to draw an encounter card, and then so are you. Hunting Shadow. I can't show you what that is. But I'm going to do that. And I'm going to pass the encounter to you. May I draw you a card?
Thank you.
Yep. You never know, buddy. Oh.
Shadow. Leo feels like cultists are, like, following him around.
Well, I mean, that's true, right? There must be dozens at this point who are like, be on the lookout for a grizzled old man. He's got a cop and a dog. He's very dangerous.
No, this is actually... Find the cultist enemy nearest to you. Place 1 doom on it.
Is there one? Oh, yes, there is. You're right.
And then I test... Brain. Okay,
Brain
well, that's
X.
clear out.
Okay, so... Well... I
And
mean,
the
also...
fight value was 3, so... It's just a 3 on 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gunnar, we are going to continue till we win or lose. We're almost there, actually, so... Hiya!
That's still a win.
Did you make it? Nice.
Yeah.
Suck it, Shadowed.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, I'd say so too. We're back to the investigation phase already. Excuse me.
Yeah. I think you should go first and, like, advance that.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can, like, actually do something with this here. So yeah, I'm gonna free trigger pathfind my way in to Rivertown, and I'm going to spend 4 clues. Just so many clues to advance. The Iktaka deck. So she told us not to come after her, but Ursula, realizing that the relic is like locked away, like no, none of the cultists will be able to get it. It's fine. They've got Alejandro. She's going to go on the hunt for her instead. Oh. Ooh. Is this a location? Ooh. The Black Cave. Revelation. Put Black Cave into play. Okay. Forced. At the end of your turn, if you're in the Black Cave, you have to take a horror or choose and discard 2 cards from your hand. That sucks. And it starts with 4 clues. Okay. And then I'll read the new act because I still have actions left. You watch Tiktaka enter this abandoned cave on her own. What is she doing in such a strange place? Only investigators in the Black Cave can spend the requisite number of clues to advance. There must be no clues remaining on the cave. So I need to scoop all these clues. Yeah. Okay. So finally something that Ursula knows a bit about. Caves, nature. I'm going to walk in, investigate, try to get these clues, get out before I take the horror from being in the dark cave all alone. I have, I don't know, 5, 7, 8 intellect. -2. So that's 2 clues from the deduction. She realizes that it's unlikely Iktaka's gone too far inside, given just given how kind of dark the cave is and that she didn't have anything on her. I'm going to investigate once more, and then I'm going to get out of there. So I have 5 intellect here. Nice. Take another clue, and then I'm going to walk out. Just leave, because if I was there at the end of my turn, I'd have to take a horror, and I don't like that. I guess I could. It's fine. I'm going to leave it. Over to you, Leo.
I'm just looking at this.
You looking at nobody's home? And locked door? Disaster city over there. I'd love to get in and get the relic, but it's just...
Well, Leo thinks that that lady seemed to know what she's doing, Ursula. She has a name.
Does she, though?
He heard something about the curiosity shop having the relic, so might as well head over there.
Oh.
And as he's walking from the town hall to downtown, he sees another one of these acolytes.
This guy.
And as he's walking by, he just swing his machete at the
just like acolyte. So calm. Incredible. Here, I'll
half-heartedly.
Yeah.
And the acolyte just falls dead on the ground without a head.
This is absolute madness. Here, I'll move him for you there. Yeah. Look at all these dead people.
I need another one.
Wow.
On the skull.
Look at that skull. That's
and he just keeps
going. Incredible. Well, that's pretty exciting.
That's that.
Okay. Yes, it is. We're moving into Upkeep because, again, there are no enemies on the board, thanks to Leo. So we draw our card, we gain our resource, and we're ready to move into the Mythos phase once more. I'm hoping we can get one more of these decks. Oh, something. Sorry, did you say something, Crosshair?
Yeah.
Oh. What is this?
All this killing around town has come back to haunt Leo. Like, am I doing the wrong thing?
Am I doing
it-
the...
Like, all these lives. Should I just, like,
Am I...
retire?
Am I the monster?
Am I the monster? Nah.
Nah, it's fine.
So yeah, I'm just gonna discard Scruffles number 2 from my hand, and that's it.
Yep. You know what? I only just realized, because yeah, the wording on it is like sometimes the wording is you have to do this or then do that, but this says like choose one of these or one of those. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I could have like discarded Scruffles and then play Scruffles, but
Why bother when you have Scruffles the original? That's disappointing. But we move into the Mythos Phase. Oh, hello, Super Dylan. Welcome. Super Dylan, aren't you streaming right now? Or did you already finish? Or, oh no, you're about to start, right? Because City of Mist, I believe, was canceled for this evening. But we'll raid over to you as soon as we're done, friend. We move to 2 Doom out of 6 crosshairs. We each draw our encounter cards and hope to goodness that this conspiracy of blood does not... oh, this is a peril. I'm going to just hide it here. Interesting. Okay, well, I don't like that, but I must deal with it. Done. Okay, we're good. We're good. The secret has been kept. Oh, you're having a night off. Even better, Super Dylan. Well, then never mind. I won't raid you. I won't raid you then, Super Dylan. But thanks for dropping by. Sorry, Crosshair. Let me draw you an encounter card.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Leo, are you still alive, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Leo gets a false lead about another cultist he could kill, but and it gains. It's like, no one to kill. The town is empty.
Oh, or is there no one to
There
kill?
we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Incredible.
And just as he's like contemplating on how everything is just dead and he has nothing to do, a weird guy with a staff and robes just walks out of the shadows. Okay, well, guess that's something to do. First, at the end of Mythos Phase, we put a doom on that guy.
Ooh. He also, I believe, spawns at an empty location. Yeah.
Yeah, just put it at the shop.
He's in. Oh no, he's in the shop. He's going for the relic.
Oh yeah.
That must be what he's doing. All
yeah.
Right. Well, looks like you're gonna have to get in there and beat some face or
Handle
whatever.
It.
Yeah. Well, here we are in the investigation phase then. So I guess it's to you, sir.
Okay. Well, Leo sees the little shop that Ursula was talking about and just walks in.
Doors like hanging off its hinges. There's like a person with the robe in there. Uh-oh.
Yeah, like the door is closed, it's locked, and there's a weird guy with a staff at the door, like, let me guess, Doom.
The guy turns around and goes, Doom!
And gets a machete to the face.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So, yep. And with that, the Wizard of the Order is dead.
Well, easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Okay.
And then, as my last one, Leo just notices that the door is barricaded, so he's gonna try and break it down.
Makes sense.
Just destroy those locks. And
yeah, you have 5 combat, and hopefully, yeah. Oh.
Nope.
Oof.
Well, that's a
That's
a tough door.
that's a negatory. Understood. So the door remains locked, but at least there's no horrible beasts in there anymore, right, buddy?
Yep.
Ursula.
Nothing to kill.
Ursula's going to dash back into the Black Cave, try to get this last clue so that she can find out, which path did Iktaka take? Where has she gone in the Cave of Darkness? This is a free move and a free investigate? Just crazy town. Yeah. Oh, man, so I have 7 intellect? Like, it's just... Oh, that's too bad. All right, well... disappointing. So that doesn't pass, but I'll spend an action to investigate normally. I have 5 intellect without the Pathfinder. That works, though. And then I'm going to spend the clues. So deeper and deeper into the cave, Ursula's venturing. She's trying to tread lightly, hoping that there's no one else there other than Iktaka, who, again, hopefully isn't waiting to jump her, right? I'm just going to also say, exactly. Super Dylan, I'm really excited as well for the second episode. I'm really happy with how it's been going, so with what I've seen so far, and super proud of y'all. It seems like a really cool game, and I like the universe, so. All right. Tunnels in the dark. You track Iktaka throughout the cave, echoing her movements closely while remaining hidden, or doing her best anyway. She traverses the cavern with the expertise of a natural explorer like me, discovering paths you hadn't noticed at first. To your surprise, they ramp upwards, taking you closer to the surface. You hear Iktaka open and close something metallic up ahead. When you catch up, you find a heavy iron gate above you leading to the basement of a building north of the cave's entrance. Put the set-aside town hall location into play. Now, this is interesting. Remember that it is Iktaka's destination. Black Cave and the town hall are connected. One at a time. Each investigator discards the top card of the encounter deck. Each investigator who discards a treachery must draw it. So, I'm going to go first, Crosshair. I'm just going to pull the top card. It is an enemy, so I'm not drawing it.
That's not it.
That is a treachery, though.
Is it?
Well, yeah, just above nobody's home. There's, I kind of figured it was a trait, but it's just like a type of card.
So there's really nobody home.
Oh, God. Yeah. So it costs 3 actions to investigate once. Just disastrous.
Yeah.
I'm going to read Strange Occurrences. Strange Occurrences. Iktaka has found the target of her investigation. The town hall basement, makes sense. The trail of the mysterious cult leads here. No, Leo, you were just there. While you are at any of Iktaka's destinations, the first treachery you draw from the encounter deck each turn gains Surge. If there are no clues remaining on each of her destinations, advance. Now.
So.
Yeah, it's
now.
That now, because that's. Yeah, there was only one. They're saying it in the plural, I guess, just in case you pull several cards that say things like that.
Town hall was basically her destination, so
yeah,
that's a location. So yeah,
here we go.
Cool.
If Iktaka's destination was the town hall, for some reason the tunnels connect to a hidden passage in the basement of Arkham's town hall. You find her in a dark room. Well, okay, so I'm not there yet, but I guess I'll be there soon. What are you doing here? She asks accusingly. No matter. You're here now. Help me read these documents and figure out what's going on. The investigator nearest to the town hall, which is me, because I'm technically connected to it, takes control of Iktaka. Remove the rest of the act deck from the game. If another act card is in play, continue playing. Otherwise, move to thing 1. So I take control of her.
Yeah, you're the closest one.
Which boots out Alejandro from my ally slot, but I mean, whatever. Like, I don't really need him right now, so I'll take her instead. Okay, and then that's that. Do I have an action? I have 2 actions left. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah, get over here.
I'm gonna get over there. Yeah, 1, 2 to move back up to the Miskatonic University. I'm going to get there as quick as I can. Crosshair as we move back into the upkeep phase. I don't know if we'll be able to like get her done, but we'll do our best, right?
Yeah, we have time.
Oh, doom-wise, I mean. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Ready your cards. So, Ursula managed to help Iktaka. What does it say? Is it just like, remove the remainder from the game? Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's okay. So, she's managed to free Alejandro from his prison and find out that the cultists were all centering around the town hall, so this conspiracy runs deep. And now there's still time to go to the curiosity shop. 3 out of 6
another Mythos.
Another Mythos phase. 3 out of 6 Doom. Draw an encounter card. It's a baddie. That's I'm doing it. As she steps out into the quad, hoping to catch a shortcut up to the curiosity shop, a horrible screeching descends on her. Ursula topples over backwards, but manages to hold out the disc of Itsamna. She got it from the curiosity shop because she knows of its protective powers. It beams a brilliant golden light, and then in a flash, the night gaunt is gone. When a non-elite enemy spawns at your location, discard it to discard it. Pfft, done. Boom.
There's
pretty
no
good.
Enemies in this town.
Yeah. That's not too bad, hey?
My turn.
Yay!
My turn.
Oh, that's
better.
Okay, that might be less good.
That's a... How many have we cleared?
2, I think.
2. Yeah. That's 4 on 5. Yeah. Yep. Could you pull me a chaos token?
Can I? Hiya! Whoa! Hey! We'll take that. Secrets. What's it called? Silence of secrets or some shit? Secret must be kept.
Yeah, and because of the Elder Sign, I'm just gonna top 3 cards for an ally.
Which, I mean, not like you're playing it, but you can keep it. Might be helpful.
Well, I'm keeping it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's okay. That is a-okay. Excuse me. And that was your Mythos phase, right? Your Mythos nose at the end of your Mythos face. Okay, we're back to the investigation phase where we're trying to break down a locked door and clear some nobody's homes. Reminder that this location actually has a Shroud of 4 because of the act deck. Yuck. Yeah. Thoughts, feelings?
I think I'll try to break down the door.
That would be cool. And then I'll get in there, and then we have to spend whole turns getting one clue at a time. But hopefully that's enough eventually,
So that's a 5 on 4.
Hey, smash.
That does it.
Yeah, boom.
Door is open.
Come on in.
So for my other 2 actions, well, I can't investigate.
Yeah, 1 additional action. That sucks.
But I can use 2 resources from my skull. I'll just admire my killings.
Why not, right?
Draw 2 cards and gain those 2 resources.
Admire your kills. Just incredible. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's it.
Ooh, this could be interesting. Okay. move once. Ursula's come into the curiosity shop. She is zooming like that golden retriever puppy we were talking about. Free action, move in.
Yeah.
Okay, Crosshair. Tell me if this makes sense. I have 2 actions left. My investigate action in here is free. It costs me 2 additional actions, but that's okay because I have 2 left.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm going
you
for
have
it.
a reaction and
Yeah, it's a reaction. It doesn't take an action, so I'm gonna go for it. I have 7 intellect against the 4 of the shop. Throw in the perception to draw a card. Yeah, 9. Okay, huge overkill. Ursula's like diving into the back of the shop, and she's like throwing old junk out. She's like, I'm sure it's in here somewhere. I draw a card from perception, and I get a clue off the location. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that was my whole turn, so, back to the investigation phase, or the upkeep phase, rather. Iktaka's with me all of a sudden. The woman that we left behind before, that we don't really trust. She's just standing in the doorway like, Oh, did I take a...
I have 8 cards, so was it 7?
I believe it's 8. I have it over here. Discard down to 8 cards, so you can have up to 8.
Okay, cool.
She has the zoomies. Okay, Mythos Phase. 4 out of 6, Doom. Fingers crossed, because we can... I don't know what happens when we get the Relic of Ages. Like, maybe that's not it, but we'll do our best, Crosshair. Ooh, okay. Conspiracy of Blood, which we already know, and thanks for feeding the conspiracy. Like, Leo has maybe played right into their hands with having spilled so much blood in Arkham today. The attached agenda gets -1 Doom threshold. So now... And I don't have a cultist to parlay. Okay. Shoot. That's my Mythos. Do you want me to pull you a card here?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's do it. Maybe it's a... Oh, I was going to say, maybe it's an enemy. Oh, it is not. Well...
Actually, yeah, I have like 1 agility.
I can help a bit, but I don't know if you'll succeed anyway, to be honest.
This creature screeches and dives down towards Leo, and Leo just throws aside his 245 automatics.
Oh,
just happened to have an
dexterity?
Yeah, that's 5 on 4.
5 on 4. Your luck. No, I'm not going to say anything about your luck.
Yeah, it's your luck.
Yeah, it is my luck. Yay!
Hey.
I can't believe it. How does he... Well, look at him scramble. He's such an old man. I can't believe he's doing it. Oops, sorry, I'll get rid of that.
Just drops his guns that he was planning to use, but this creature took them and just lets him go.
He just throws the guns at the creature, and he screeches off into the sky with them. Incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a small note on this.
Yes?
We need an action to resign.
Yeah.
And if we don't resign, the Doom advances next.
You're right. And you know what? I assume it doesn't explode us if we flip the agenda over, but I think you're right.
I think it might be something like
it's just too late.
Defeated or spawn something.
Yeah. No, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't risk it then.
Yeah, because the other option is we both investigate, we get the both clues.
There is
And
another
we are
act.
out.
There is another act under here. I can tell that this says 2 of 3.
Yeah.
You'd have to successfully investigate 4 shroud location. I mean, I think I can do that. I can help you. And maybe the back of this card will just say, like, you're done. You never know.
Should we risk it?
This is the question, Crosshair. Should we risk it?
Well, we've come so far. We've been here like 3.5 hours.
That is true. Do you have anything to assist yourself in a relatively big, high-pressure investigation action?
It's a book action, right?
It is a book action, yeah. And I can help a
I
little.
got 2.
Okay. I say we try it because the back of this might just say, like, you know, if you have it, you're done. And if it doesn't, then I guess we're screwed.
Yeah.
And then hopefully not too screwed.
I can go first.
Yeah, go for it.
Then at least you can run away.
Actually, you know what? That's a good point. If you don't make it, I will try to just get out of there.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
So I'm going to... I can only commit 1 card to someone who isn't me, but I'll do that. So that's 2 more books for you.
So that's 7 on 4. Yep. Here comes the -5 or a tentacle.
Seriously, though. Oh! Why? Oh, no.
1, 2, 3, 4. 7. Yeah.
Yeah. What a disaster. Okay. Well.
Do you want to run or?
Bye. Ursula's gonna resign.
Okay.
Now I have to remind No, I don't have to remind myself. I know. I resign. So you're still on the map for upkeep.
Yeah.
And such. And you know, let's look.
Let's see what happens.
I was gonna say, like,
Leo has ran through this town, killing everything without taking 1 hit.
Pretty much. Like, he is not too worried, I don't think. Midnight arrives, but your work is not done. You wander the streets of Arkham for hours. That's you, Leo, of course. Frustrated as the trails you've pursued grow cold over time. When the sun rises, fatigue has wreaked havoc on your body and mind. Each surviving investigator is defeated and suffers a mental trauma. Well,
I think that's fair. Like, Leo just went all over town to make sure that there's no monsters or something.
Yeah. And I mean, that's not
whatever's left.
Too bad, right? And that brings us to the end of the Threads of Fate. Absolutely incredible. This is... Okay, Crosshair, I'll read this. I'll read the resolution, but just so we're all clear, so Leo earns a mental trauma. That's 1 horror at the beginning of every scenario, unfortunately. But you have ways of kind of dealing with that. Wonderful! We made it, Super Dylan. Yeah. I'm disappointed about that pull, Crosshair, I have to tell you, but, you know, it happens. Great game. Okay, let's read... Sorry, go for it.
Kind of curious on what the relic thing would have been, but let's not spoil it.
Let's not spoil it. We can spoil it after they've gone home. Okay, if no resolution was reached, yes, we were resigned or defeated. You arrive back at your house and take stock of the situation. There's no coffee, there's no beer, and no food. Your investigation has uncovered the existence of a secret cabal within Arkham. From what you can tell, they call themselves the Brotherhood, capital B, and they seem to know more about the Etzli relic and Alejandro's previous expedition than even you do. Their methods are secret and furtive. However, one piece of vital information has come to light. They seek a place known as the Nexus of Nikai, Iktaka claims. A map of Central America lies on the table before you, marked with the previous expedition's trail. I've heard of this place, but its exact location is not known to me. Once again, she appears to know more than she lets on. With no other leads to follow, you're left with no choice. Once more, Crosshair, you must journey into uncharted territory in search of answers. But will anyone return this time? Oh, God. Okay, check which acts were completed. 3B was not completed, so the relic is missing. I'm going to write these down kind of as we go here. Relic is missing. And I'll track these in the campaign log after the fact as well. If Act 3D was completed, we rescued Alejandro. Any one investigator may choose to include him in his deck. However...
Which is neither. Yeah.
Right, which we can't, right? So we get +2 experience instead. If Act 3F was completed, we forged a bond with Iktaka. Oh, I actually have to write this down, sorry. I have to write this down. We rescued Al and forged a bond with Ik. Again, I'm gonna write these down a little formally later. So that's +4 experience because we can't take the sweet allies.
Yeah.
The lead investigator, that's me, earns Expedition Journal and may include it in their deck. I don't know what that is, but that's exciting. So I have I guess it's the thing I've been recording. It's been my diary this whole time. Each investigator earns experience equal to victory X of each card in the victory display, and 1 additional experience for each Act 1 card that was completed. We completed 3 Act 1 cards. Yeah. So that's...
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's 7.
So that's 7, plus how many experience on the board, Crosshair? 1 on the Town Hall, and 1 on the Black...
1 in the Black Cave.
Absolutely insane. That is
1 in the university also.
But we don't have all the clues off that location, unfortunately.
North side has 1.
Oh my God, you're right. That's okay. Crosshair. This is the most experience I've ever earned in a scenario. This is 10 experience, which is a massive amount of XP. Just so that people are aware, I'm kind of marking down how much we have. You can. Most cards cost between like 1 and 5 experience, so this is pretty intense. Proceed to resupply point. I think we'll... no, I'm gonna put this out there just so that we know kind of what's going on. So before we head back into the jungle, we have to resupply. Before departing Arkham, we can visit St. Mary's Hospital. I can spend 3 experience to remove a poisoned weakness. Or, sorry, we can spend 3 experience to remove poisoned. And we can spend 5 to remove physical or mental trauma. I honestly might do that.
Yeah.
I actually might do that.
Like, I'm gonna go in with 8 on 5. That's like fine.
Yeah, it's not too bad. 5, 4.
But that 10 experience in the cards, that's gonna be...
Absolutely huge. Each investigator may spend supply points to purchase 1 or more of the supplies below. So we get 5 supply points each. Crosshair, I'm going to leave it to you whether we want to figure that out at a later time or now. Get 5.
Either or works, but we could, of course, supply at the start of next one.
I think, yeah, let's do that, because I need to think about my experience, whether I want to burn so much of it on clearing some of my trauma, which I honestly might.
Yeah.
I honestly might do that. So, is that it? That's it. Look at that. Well, folks,
we kind of won. I think we won.
I think we smashed it. Honestly, I mean, did we finish the other act deck? No, we did not. It could have been there, but the fact that you were able to keep all the enemies at bay and get a couple clues while I kind of snuck around and cleared up, I think is just beautiful.
Well, I do have 10 resources and 3 on the skull and no damage and no mental and, well, Scruffles has 1 damage, but that's it.
Scruffles! He's okay, right? He's gonna be fine.
Yeah, he's had worse.
He's had worse, exactly. Oh, there's a card called I've Had Worse, by the way. I might toss that over to you. Folks, thank you so much for joining us on Doom tonight. It's been a long scenario. I'm very hungry. I'm going to go eat. Crosshair, you must be exhausted.
Not really. It's only
you're fine.
like 2:30.
Up for another one, eh? Why not? Let's start the next one. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you all so much for joining us. I really, really enjoy doing this on Saturdays when I can. We're gonna be we'll be seeing you all next time on Doomed. Tomorrow at 1800 hours Eastern Daylight Time is episode 10 of Exaltwitch Academy. If you're not watching, I highly recommend dropping in. We're having a blast. We're still not together in person, but hopefully in Quebec we will be soon. And join us for more streams throughout the week. Folks, I'm going to leave you with a little bit of music as we head off. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, if you want to deal with the cultist muck in your town, get a machete and a knife. Thanks, Crosshair.
Bye.
Bye.